Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Wednesday? I think they call it hump day, y'all. I think that's what they call it. I think they calling it hump day. But how y'all feeling, man? We're going to build on this boxing and give it its just due, how only we know how to do. How y'all feeling? Where we at on the likes? We getting to 1 million. I know we getting closer. Big B Low, my God, what's good with it, bro? Shout out to the baby girl, the queen. Miss Jusdu was in the building. Jordan, my guy, CJ. What it do? Tim, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Talk to Turkey about a Shakur fight and back line for no reason. Yeah, they won't leave Youngin alone, bro. Even when he chilling, they bringing him up. Boxing with 2-4, what it do? Pugilism, what's good with it, fam? 140 undercard fight announced for 6-7 scope. Dos Santos versus Keyshawn, night Kevin Davis, Nair, Wu, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, pugilism, that's gonna be a good card, man, for June 7th, man. DB3 get to do their thing. They get to show out one more time. But yeah, Jordan, I didn't catch that part though. I didn't catch it. I didn't even catch the clip where he said he talked to Turkey about a Shakur fight. And you know what? it's not hard to believe, right? That he could possibly talk to him. You know what I'm saying? It's not too hard to believe, but it's like, how far did the conversation go? Like, what was the details surrounding the conversation? How legit was it, right? Because if you talking about your son fighting at 147 pounds, you already know Shakur ain't going to no 47, no welterweight right now. So I just don't see it ever being able to happen. And the crazy part is, it's good that I had a chance to speak to Bill once myself, and when I asked him directly about the chance when he thought they could fight, he didn't have an answer at all. He had no clue. He had no answer as to when they could possibly fight. So to me, that didn't mean he was scared or ducking, right? To me, that just mean they never really thought about putting no real thought into fighting that guy. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at it, you know. Shout out to my brother D1 in the Cash App, man. Appreciate you as always, bro. Shout out to
And
you.
we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
So yeah, that's how I look at it. He said it on the boxing book. Oh, okay. You're just saying that because Ness was grilling about Shakur fight specifically. Yeah. So he just threw something out there real quick on the spot. I had seen him on the boxing voice. I listened in a little bit, but I had to, move around, so I wasn't able to tune all the way in. But yeah, man, shout out to him, man. I take it for what it's worth, content and just entertainment, right? If you just see the way that he spoke on that clip that I be playing when I be messing with the fans, like that mixed with just the timing of things. I don't think it was set. The stage was ever really set for a Shakur and Devin fight. And I don't think it's no fault to either guy, to either team. I just think that's the natural order of things, because I like to have real conversations, and I'm just tired of he ducked him and he's scared of him. Nah, I just don't think the real opportunity presented itself. I think the only opportunity that was kind of there, and that was shaky, was that offer situation, right? But we ain't got to get into all that. But I just don't think the stage was set for that fight to be made, right? Or else I think they could have made it. They sparred each other. Them dudes had viral sparring. You can't tell me that a fight wouldn't do good, right? That people wouldn't tune into a fight. So again, man, we're gonna talk about Dev again today because he on his comeback trail, man. I specifically I like what he on. I like how people, I think, sleeping on him. They kind of writing him off. Some of the people still. He receiving a lot of boos, but I like the way he's dealing with it. Man, I'm becoming a real supporter of this kid. I want to see him win because I'm not really seeing the ammo to dislike him. You think I care because he takes shots at Shakur? So I wish I would stop liking him because of that. I wish I would start tearing down Devin Haney because he take his little shot. They fighters, bro. They do this shit all the time, man. To be perfectly honest, I don't even think it be with the bad intent the way people be making it seem, right? I really don't think so. So, man, shout out to him. I'm still rooting for him. What he said in the interviews don't change nothing. Bill could say what he want to. It's all good. It's just entertainment for me. But I know Devin is a real fighter, bro. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have kept getting back up. He wouldn't be fighting Ramirez en route to try to get to, Ryan Garcia for the second time. So I think that speaks volumes about the kid. And I'm going to always go with that versus any of these other narratives that hold him in a bad light. I'm just not with it. I'm not a fan of it. Like, let these dudes, these young kings, let them win, man. We got to imagine how the boxing world would be if we really supported the talent that was in the boxing world instead of ripping it apart at every corner. Jay Grant, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Sound like Shakur was easy for Dad. That's why it was crazy. Oh, God bless him, bro. He a showman, bro. He got it. And I've seen it so many times, Jordan. I just come to the conclusion that he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, bro. Right? Talk his son up, tell you like, yo, he the coldest thing moving, man. Shakur kind of easy for us, man. But we all seen that tape. We know that's not true. But aside from that, he's saying exactly what he's supposed to. My son beats everybody, Shakur ass included. As bad as he is, we'll beat him too, So I'm cool with it, yo. It's all good. That's why I'm just a boxing fan that learned how to take shit for what it's worth, right? That if I was in his shoes, if I was promoting Devin Haney, I'd be talking the same way, right? Like that's how I try to look at it, right? But you still gonna have people that's gonna call it out, say he capping, and I get all of that too. But for me, it's just right on par with what Bill's supposed to say about his son. You know, he got the coldest fighter in the game. That's what he believes, you know? And he's going to keep selling us that, and it's all good. It's all good. Most importantly, we got this fight coming up, but I want to talk about Bill, too, because he was on Ryan ass, man. He's a funny dude, man. I ain't going to lie, man. It's kind of cool to hear Bill, the Haney's back talking shit and, you know, Bill back, you know, doing his usual, making his rounds, talking slick. It's funny again. You know, boxing is fun. Yo, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Let's talk fashion. What it do, my guy Remo? What's good, family? Mr. Big Play Bray. What it do, homie? Z, what's good with it? Yeah, man. So that you get me over here. I just try to take the headache away from the conversation, right? By not being toxic with everything. Like everything is so bad. Oh my God. Like, so we're gonna get into all of this because, you know, Devin Haney, just like the other fighters, he was put in a situation where they asked his thoughts on current fighters, and he gave his thoughts. You know, he gave his thoughts on some of the current fighters, and you know, when it came to Shakur, people thought he was, you know, throwing a little shot when he gave his description of what Shakur is. But let's play this. It's simple stuff.
Totally unfiltered. First name, Tank.
Small.
Shakur.
Shakur. Friendly.
Ryan.
PEDs.
Keyshawn.
Overrated.
Hitchens.
I don't even know nothing to say about him. That's my answer.
Okay. Puello.
Who?
Puello.
Question mark.
Gary Russell.
Tough.
Last one, your opponent, Jose Ramirez.
Rugged.
See, you know, so man, you know, people be tripping off this little stuff. He gonna give his opinion, he get put on the spot. It's all good. Like out of all the stuff he could have said, he said friendly. Like I don't see why that's bad. But listen, at the end of the day, I know where people going with it. They hear friendly, like, see, he trying to call him, he trying to say he friendly. Yeah, to a degree, man. He got a stable of fighters that he worked with. That's no secret. We all know that. And you know, Keyshawn is his bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only guy that's off limits to him. The rest of those dudes is food or opponents or opposition for him. So it's not really a big deal, man. Look, he said Tank small. Is Tank small? Right. You get me? Jose Ramirez in his day, he was rugged. He ain't have an answer for Alberto Puello. He said question mark. He's a pretty good boxer. Same with Hitchens. I don't know why he ain't have an answer for Hitchens, but you get what I'm saying? I think Hitchens is a damn good fighter. And if they ever fight, he'll find out. If he don't believe Hitchens is a good fighter now, maybe getting in the ring with him, he'll believe it because he is. You know what I'm saying? Richardson Hitchens can fight. And it's crazy because he also has a style. He's one of them pure boxers. And if it's not what people like, if it's not what you favor, then they don't appreciate it. So he one of those guys, but he can fight his ass off, man. He can box his ass off, should I say, because people will come for me if I say fight and not box. But Hitchens can box his ass off. He one of the top guys. He's a champion for a reason, bro. Champion for a reason. And you know, they're gonna always get that pain. I thought the weirdest one though for me, out of all of what he said, was Keyshawn Davis. He called him overrated. My thing is this. How could a 13, what is he, 13-0, I think 9 KOs? How could that be overrated? I mean, he's taking advantage of every opportunity that he's been given. I'm sick and tired of people keep talking about it's the top ranked matchmaking. Everybody was match made. Everybody was moved a certain way. Wasn't nobody just thrown into the deep end right from the rip. Everybody. Devin Haney built his way. He went through the mud through Mexico. Had to build himself up. Then he started, you know, getting on the bigger shows, and you know, he grew his name. But I don't knock his grind. So I don't. What Keyshawn done, if you look at it, anybody that's knocking him, and then this is what I'll say to this. Anybody that's, you know, slighting what Keyshawn Davis has done with 13 fights in, just go look at anybody that has something negative to say. Go look at their first 13 fights, and then look at Keyshawn's, and then there you go. There go your answer. We don't want to overstate what he's doing, But in no way, shape, or form could you say it's not nothing or it's overrated. No, it's not. It's right on par. He kicking ass. He improving. He getting better. Him and Bomac, like they building something, I think, special over there. Anybody with eyes could see that. Like I'm interested to see how far they can go. But instead, we want to tear him down at every turn. Oh, he's not doing nothing. No, he's overrated this, or not really fighting nobody, or it's the top ranked matchmaking. Like, who the hell is he supposed to be fighting is my thing. He fighting the guys that he's supposed to be fighting right now. He learning, he's improving. Like I say, he's just getting better. It's only gonna get worse. So you better off fighting that dude sooner than later. I'm telling you, because he looked like he on some shit. I like what Keyshawn Davis doing over there, man. And I just don't. If you're a real boxing supporter, now I never mind the boxers and how they feel about each other. That's regular. They competitors, so they're gonna take shots whenever they see fit. But for the fans, what is there to not like? He's talking shit. He's fighting. He's backing it up. He having opportunities to take softer touches, but instead he's going to the harder fight, making it look easy, so much so that people finding a way not to give him credit for it. You get what I'm saying? Then he go win his title in easy fashion. You get what I'm saying? And then people continue to like knock it. Nah, that shit is impressive, bro. What he's doing right now is nothing short of impressive. I don't give a damn who you are. If you're a true boxing fan, you like to see what he's doing over there. He got that attitude. He got some dog in him. He got some grit. He want to fight. You get what I'm saying? He got a fighter's mentality. I don't see what they're really not to like. That he talk trash? Like, show me a fighter that don't talk some type of trash at some point. So it's not enough, man. I like what he doing, man. I like what he doing, but that's Devin Haney's opinion. I ain't tripping on him for it, but I'll say this. You got to show me where Keyshawn Davis is overrated. You have to show me where. You had to explain to me in what way. Because his name is ringing now more so because of the work that he's putting in. It's not like people is just praising him. He's some guy that came out of the Olympics and ain't got no fights and he beating ass, bro. And those knockouts that y'all be craving for the casuals that's always talking about power this and knockout that, he getting those too. He getting in there putting hands on people. It's a lot to like with him. So I don't know, man. I enjoy boxing, and when somebody can show me time and time again that they can perform and they could, get the job done and be impressive doing it, young, and make mistakes, make yourself vulnerable, go through some shit, get through it and get to it in that order. That's exactly what he doing, man. I just can't fathom a conversation that, I could, conjure up that's going to be negative regarding the work that Keyshawn Davis putting in. I don't get it. I don't understand. Teach, what up? Mark Nash, what's good with it, family? Behind the Hands TV, what it do, homie? Say I don't fight the Josh Patterson, I fight real fighters. Yeah, we're gonna dissect it, but we're gonna do it all without tearing down Devin Haney. I know how to do this shit without shitting on him because I know he got his opinion, but he did finish the statement. He said a little bit more that I think most people like they kind of cut the clip so you couldn't hear what he said, but you know what it is. Favorite G's, what it do? Lewis 4500, what it do? The Hitchin disrespect would not be tolerated. Talk to a Remo. Hitch is that guy, man. Hitchens is that dude. Hitchens is that dude, man. Not one word said about Shakur while they was at 140, and Shakur was saying he'll fight that at 140 out. They know what they doing. At 147. Yeah, respectfully. And I think, freaking fly, what it do, homie? I think, right? Bill just speaks like he got that promoter type vibe, right? Like he'll try to give either the politically correct answer or he'll speak like a trainer, right? Like the trainer of a fighter, like we'll fight anybody, right? We'll fight. That's what he do. But I think overall, like I was saying before, just to avoid any weird duck conversations, right? I just don't think the stage is set for them to fight. And I think the only way that it could possibly happen, it'll have to be catch weight, some type of, both guys compromise to a degree. Something like that will have to take place. But I don't know, man. That I feel like we missed one with that, yo. I swear we did. We were supposed to see that fight. We were supposed to get that fight. fights that motivated him to train hard. He said the point he was making. Yeah, so shout out to Z, because I agree with that. That's what he could have been saying, you know. JDM was good with it. I agree with that. That's logical. But you know, with the history, Z, they going to assume that they're going to assume that he was taking some shots slightly, you know. That Worley versus Miller called off as well. Yup, due to Miller's shoulder injury. Yeah, Fabio Worley, I forgot his replacement opponent name. I got it in my my messages. Shout out to LWBoxing. Yeah, man. I wanted to see that fight. I really did. I wanted to see it for Miller, see what he was gonna do, but we'll see. But yeah, man, we're gonna get to this, man. So that's why I say, man, I'm one of the few people that I can hear a fighter's opinion of another guy, no matter what it sounds like to me. That doesn't make me look at that fighter and then I gotta find a way to try to tear him down a notch. Like, it just is what this is, boxing conversation, right? He got his reasons for why he say what he say, but ultimately, like, you know, they're fighters. So if they were to fight, that would prove everything. You know what I'm saying? With both guys. But we're gonna get to this, man. I seen him he did a cool little sit down with Showbiz too. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it. Y'all smash that like button, man. Sub to the channel, smash the like button, man. Let's rock. Let's chop it up a little bit. One of the few places you're gonna be where you could talk to boxing without a headache, man. You get me? Shout out to Jay, man. He's always trying to spin shit. Yeah, that's why I like to play. That's why I always play these things for y'all, bro. So we can hear it together in real time. Everybody could get their thoughts and see how it was said. You know, I ain't gotta try to flip it on them. Let's hear him, man. You know, but I thought this was cool, a little sit down that he did with Showbiz. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This is pretty cool, man. This is pretty cool. Stretch out boxing. What it do, homie? How you feeling? It's pretty.
You know, because I fight with my heart, and I think that's what happened in that's one of the things that happened in the Ryan Garcia fight. Me fighting with just off my heart and my will. But
that's
you know, that's just the type of fighter that I am.
What's up, my people? This is the Black Two Sugars. I'm your host, Showbiz the Adult, and I'm here with once undisputed and pound-for-pound fighter, Devin Haney. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
You know, I want to ask you first. You drink coffee?
Dang,
Yeah,
what it
I
do,
drink a lot of coffee, actually.
Yeah. How you like your coffee?
I get it with like oat milk, sugar, but I like iced coffee the best. I will drink like a hot coffee. I will drink a black coffee. But if I'm gonna get like a mocha, like an iced mocha.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what dazzle it up a little bit, my brother. Don't just, you know what I mean? So listen, I want to ask you about this fight. You got,
man, let's speak it into existence, CJ.
Taking on Jose Ramirez.
Because bitch, shout out to Showbiz. He's doing this thing. This shit is dope.
Right? He's coming off a loss, but that was a great fight, and he lost to Barboza. Still in his prime, great experience, good height, good reach, and a good left hook. And you're going to take him on the way you take on everybody else. What is that mindset about?
I mean, that's just the type of fighter that I am, the type of person that I am. You know, I'm not into, you know, fighting Josh Padleys and stuff like that. You know, I'm into fighting real fights. And to his defense, he was a replacement. But okay. I'm just saying, this type of, like, I want fights that I can get up for. And Ramirez is the type of guy that I can really get up for, and I can, you know, really show the world that I'm back and better. You know?
And real quick, like, there it is, right there. Nah, that I'm sorry, Jay. It's no other way for me to look at it but to salute the man. I can't. There's nothing else to be said. It's just double salute to him, man. I just appreciate a real grind and real work. And that's what this is. He talking to your favorite fighters. Like, you get what I'm saying? He talking amongst these guys. We talk about him every day. He able to mingle with him, ask his man about something simple as coffee, right? But getting to the point, you heard what he said, man. I think because of the nature of who he's fighting for, right? This is something Turkey is involved in, and that's where his mentality is at. Like, oh, the Padleys. But to his defense, you know, he was a replacement. All he's saying is, I know it sounded funny when he said real fights, but, you know, you get what I'm saying? At least he had the decency to say, yo, he was a replacement, but that's not the kind of fight that I want. And if we see, just because I'm not a spin doctor or I don't try to find it super negative and everything, I could go that way because I could see where people are going. But for me, the fact that he elaborated more, it made perfect sense. He's telling you, like, yo, nah, that's not the kind of fight I want. Like, I want, you know, a more dangerous fighter, a more notable guy. I don't want to fight a Josh Padley. Like, we ain't got to get into what Josh Padley was. He was undefeated. He did just come right back and get a damn knockout win. We ain't got to even get into that. But we get the gist of what he's trying to say. He wanted a more dangerous fight. And to be fair, this is where I could level with what he's saying. Do you think Shakur Stevenson want to fight Josh Padley's of the world? Like, I'm pretty sure he cool with the circumstances surrounding the fight. He had to save the date, replacement opponent. He had to do what he had to do. But moving forward, he wanted the Zepedas of the world, the Tanks of the world. You get what I'm saying? That's what he on. That's what he want. So that's all. I don't really see this as something too negative. Like, for me, it's not that big a deal. And like I said, man, I can see it a lot farther than him just trying to criticize him. Like, you got asked the question on the spot. That's the way he answered. I ain't tripping off that, man. I still want Devin to kick ass. You get me? Ramirez getting stepped on. I'm standing on that, and I ain't changing up. I don't care what his opinion is on Shakur and who he fight. Shit, that's not a knock on court. He had to fight who he had to fight, man. And at the end of the day, anybody that get in there with that young man, they're going to have their hands full. You get me? Double was good with it. Cornelius, shout out to you. Who's more dangerous? Shakur or Regis? Shakur. Because he got the actual tools needed to win.
He's 2-division world champion. So he's nobody he's no slouch. He's no just, easy fight. But he's a fight that I will make easy.
Oh, and here's the thing, man. We were talking about this, man. And I know
him, Dad. He said he's going to make this shit easy.
But still, I have to say it, bro.
Talk to him.
If you make this look easy, all right, or if it's difficult, or, if it's controversial, I want people to understand that you're taking on a fantastic fighter in Ramirez, and that's what you've been doing. I say it all the time to the war room. Do the Devin Haney, because before you, people weren't doing this. People weren't just taking on fighters who are high risk, low reward, or high reward, low risk, or risk, reward. You have shown that you'll do that. Any fighter, any style, any age, whatever it is, bro. So I just want to give you love for that.
Thank you.
And I want to say,
and that's genuine. This is why I could level with this. I understand this conversation ain't gonna be for everybody. This energy ain't gonna be for everybody. But that's where I'm at with it. I don't want to try to find ways to dislike him. I want to look at exactly what he's doing in the sport of boxing, and I want to give him credit for what he is actually doing. The other stuff is the other stuff. It's just entertainment. You know what I mean? But if you're being all the way honest, the kid do take chances. Yeah, he fought some smaller guys, some older guys. Yeah, man, everybody's had those type of dudes on their resume to a degree. But he do take some challenges. He do. Like, in perfect example, I'm just leveling, I'm just dude. So y'all know where I'm going with this. I'm always giving credit and nothing else, nothing different. He didn't have to fight Lomachenko. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do it. He knew it was hard making the weight. He said, I'll do it because I want to fight that guy. I want that name on my resume. And that fight was close as hell, but he still got through it. He still won it. He didn't have to fight him. You get what I'm saying? He didn't have to go to Australia, but he did it. A great business move. You get what I'm saying? Calculated risk. It was smart. But, he's done some things, right? Jumped right up there, fought Regis. He didn't have to fight Ryan after Ryan walked away the first time initially. I'm just being genuine. Like, all his narratives, this is not me. He didn't have to do it. He could have said, you know what? I ain't fighting that idiot. I'm going to go keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to go fight Sandor Martin and just keep building. He could have did that. He didn't have to fight him after he blew weight. He didn't have to, bro. He didn't have to accept the money. He could have said, man, fight off. I don't care about all the aftermath, but I'm just saying what he didn't have to do. So if you're really looking at it from, just outside looking in, there are chances that he's taken in his career, and you just got to respect him for that. But what people will do is they'll take his career and they'll reduce it to the fights that they felt like, they can nitpick the guys that's smaller, the guys that's old, but you got to look at the pivotal fights or the most meaningful moments in his career. He's still tall, and he's attempting to do it all over again, even after this dude cheated. He didn't got to rematch him. you know, he got to, but he don't, if you get what I'm saying. He could just say, man, you cheated the first. I'm not rocking with you. Because remember, that was his initial feelings. Man, I'm not fighting him again. I'll never do business with him. But then cooler heads prevailed. He like, hell nah, man. Back in blood, that Pooh Shiesty started playing in his head. somebody rolled past him bumping that Pooh Shiesty. All of a sudden, Dad was like, nah, I want it back in blood, man. After lawsuit, I want to fight. So all I'm saying is I'm just going to give fighters their credit from here on out. I don't want to hear nothing else. I ain't trying to take nothing from him unless he give me a reason to. But I like what he's attempting to do right now. It's going to take a lot of heart, a lot of balls, determination, a lot of grind. It's going to take a lot of work to get back to where he's trying to get to. And that's what we got to look at him for, what he's attempting to do. Look at it a different way. Think about how many people feel like there's no way he's beating Ryan in a rematch. Look how many people feel like Ryan just got his number. He's just too big, too physical, too fast, too much left hook, right? Osterine or not. But if you're one of those people that feel like that, think about what he's doing. The fact that he's willing to go back to that guy that you feel like he don't got a shot at beating. That's who Devin Haney is. That's all I'm saying. That's what I look at him as. That's why I don't find reasons to take from this guy's career, man. He is who he is, bro. He's showing you who he is. And getting the win will show you even more who he is. He'll really earn the respect of a lot of people that was talking shit if you're a real one. You get what I'm saying? He get in there and beat a Ramirez, step on him, say he make this fight look easy, go beat Ryan. Man, I'm telling you, he'll be cooking, bro. He'll be cooking. Could have took the IBO from Maxie Hughes. Facts, he could have. Where's Hacker? Where's that getting back in blood really means? Hey, actually having 50-50. CJ, shout out to you, bro. You're right, man. Let's keep playing this, though.
This. People talk about your punching power, saying that you lack punching power.
I like punching power.
You lacked punching power.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. When you fought Prograis, before you fought Prograis, I said he's going to hurt Prograis. I said that because I think that you've been weight drained at lightweight. And I think the more you fight at your walk-around weight, which comes with maturity, the older you get, of course, you're going to expand a bit. Mm-hmm. And I think that the punching power is going to come with it. And sure enough, you hurt Prograis, you drop Prograis. Are people going to be surprised by your punching power come May 2nd?
Going into this fight, I'm not really focused on, punching power.
Right.
I'm focused on, showing my skill set.
Right.
And that's where I got away from was, the skills. Skills pay the bills at the end of the day.
Nah, they ain't getting no excuses, Jay. We ain't giving them none, bro. We calling boxing over here. We giving him all his just due.
For a fighter to even fight, to have that type of mentality, to go up against these guys who's really trying to take your damn head off. I've been wanting to ask this from any fighter. Why box?
No, I mean, I didn't choose boxing. Boxing chose me.
Real quick. I like that, and that's something that I want to make sure I ask every fighter that I interview from now on, man. Do you feel like you chose boxing or did boxing choose you? Because to box out of all the shit that you could be doing in the world, I'm going to always say it's crazy, bro. Like taking punishment, like that risk of taking punishment, and that is your job. That is how you feed yourself. It's always crazy to me. That's why I got the respect for boxing that I feel like I do. You know what I'm saying? Showbiz trying to show Dev, not hating on him. Yeah, it was. This is what you want to hear, Jay. Like, look, I don't know. I get it. Toxicity sells, drama sells. I get it. The catchy one-liners. But this is a real boxing conversation. This is genuine. This is a guy in showbiz, and he represents this space that we in, this content creator space. He over there just building with them, letting them know, look, I see what you're doing, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I talk my shit, I criticize you, but I ain't no hater. And this is what this show like behind the hand saying. So I like it.
This is my journey. This is what Allah chose for me. So he's a perfect plan to make some mistakes, and so here I am.
Big fact. So here's my last question. The big fight, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Do you think Roach was robbed?
I think that it was a good fight. Me personally, I thought that Roach won, especially if the knockdown was counted. Then it was clear.
Bro, we gotta talk about the knockdown. Was that a knockdown or not, bro?
I mean, yeah, if we going off the rules of boxing, you cannot just take a knee and go to your corner. It's not a sparring match. We're talking about the rules of boxing. So yeah, I do think that it was a knockdown. Was he hurt? No, I don't think he was hurt.
Facts.
But this is a boxing game. You got to follow the rules, and this is, that's part of it. So you cannot just take a knee in the middle of a fight. So was it a knockdown? Yeah. Was he hurt? I don't know.
No, he wasn't. But then he goes and he gets help from his corner. They wipe his face. That's almost DQ, right? I mean, can you in the middle? I mean, I don't know everything about boxing, but can you just in the middle of a fight go get help from your corner?
I mean, that's the first time I've ever seen it. If you could do it, I guess we know now.
Right. I guess we can't do it. You try that, you will get DQ'd. No. That's, now, look, about that fight, and this is something about your personality, and I'm going to give you love for your personality on this one, brother. Because when I saw Gervonta versus Lamont Roach, it seemed to me that he started to unravel a bit. Hit low, shoulder shots, right? Kind of complaining to the referee and stuff like that. But with you, no matter what, if you get hurt, if you get knocked down, I've seen your sparring with Tank. No matter what he did, you finished. I remember your sparring session against Shakur Stevenson. He said that he was tired. You never say die. You never quit. You never unravel. What is that? And I think people need to know about that.
I mean, I'm a true professional, sometimes my heart gets me in trouble, because I fight with my heart. And I think that's what happened that's one of the things that happened in the Ryan Garcia fight, me fighting with just off my heart and my will. But that's just the type of fighter that I am.
Mm-hmm. When we talk about Ryan and you got knocked down or whatever, nobody brings up the fact that you rocked Ryan.
Yeah.
No one brings up the fact that and that goes to.
I do. I bring it up. I've been saying it for the last few days. I keep telling people he hurt Ryan too. He rocked Ryan in this fight. I remember it. I remember seeing it when it happened. I remember Ryan talking about it after the fact, saying he really hurt him. I remember Ryan going in an interview saying he was more hurt against Haney than he was against Tank. So he definitely got rocked.
But I'm saying, when people talk about your punching power, you may just be swatting now because you going up in weight class. And that may just be a secret. I don't want to give it away, but I'm just saying, no one brings up that you rock Ryan. What's up with that, bro?
We got to see. This is going to be my first fight at 147. And, the world's going to see. We going to see what Devin Haney's made of. I'm bringing everything. This is a fight that I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited for it. I've been training for months now. So I cannot wait until May 2nd.
That's the Black Two Sugars, man. Devin Haney. Thank you so much, brother. Great talking to you.
Yeah, that's always dope, man. Sit there and build with the fighter, just be genuine. And the reason I say that, they get so much scrutiny, so much criticism all the time. I think it's refreshing for a fighter to just be able to talk and have a conversation, bro, and not have to be in defense mode. And I gotta prove this to you. And, how your chin gonna respond? Bro, man, how many times he gonna answer that? So I like the direction of that interview. It was short. It was like a nice little sit down. Not even the interview per se, right? That's a build, man. That's what I call that. And you sit there and talk to somebody like that, and he ain't had to defend himself and over explain. He just was able to sit there and have a conversation, bro. That's what that was. Shout out to Biz for the direction that he took it in. Look, if you're really looking, at what he do from a boxing standpoint, like I said, it's things that Devin Haney do that you just gotta admire and appreciate, man. Then he do got some heart. He is essentially getting in there with a guy that could be, rejuvenated in his own right with the added weight, right? It's a dude that still might have something left in the tank. A former unified champion, right? Has a left hook of his own, not as dangerous as Ryan's, but he's still there, right? He got some of the physical makeup of Ryan, right? Not completely, right? He's not completely the athlete that Ryan is, but he got some of it, right? And Devin Haney's is daring to go back into that lion's den, so to speak, and prove that he can not only beat this guy convincingly, shake back, and then move right back into the smoke in that rematch with Ryan Garcia and get it back in blood, how people been asking him, Mr. Empire, what it do. They went back to hand. Sugar Shane speak on Mill City, tell him even more confident he's going to shock a lot of people with the improvements he made. Shout out to Sugar Shane Mosey, Kate, Causey in the building. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Sure, he's delaying to Haney happy with criticism of the chance. So Haney looked a bit uncomfortable in this interview. I I think he was just probably aware. You get what I'm saying, Mr. Grandy? Probably just being aware of, just in case. But I think once he realized like where it was going and how he was just there with somebody that was giving him his respect, he was just cool. You know what I'm saying? Answering the questions and vibing out. So it's a good look, and he's been doing that with the fighters. So I like to see that, man. I like to see it. No ways of Jose Ramirez around and get stopped. And I'm telling you, man, Jose got a fight on his hands, bro. And I think Dev's going. I think he too could be a little surprised by the strength and should I say the punching power of Devin Haney, right? I'm telling you, we seen it the last time, and like I said, a lot of people gloss over the fact, of how Ryan was, very cautious with his approach. He wasn't just willing to be reckless and go after Haney. You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, he had to recharge his batteries in between, combinations and stuff like that because his conditioning looked piss poor. But outside of that, look at his approach when he decided to attack. He had to be a bit strategic. He didn't just want to run in there against Haney. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, the fighters, a lot of times they hear shit that fans say, and then they'll start pushing it and running with it. And they know damn well that in the ring with 8-ounce gloves, getting punched in your face with a clean shot don't feel good. I don't care who you are. I have yet to see the fighter that's able to just like run through Haney. And again, people might want to say Ryan did it, but nah, he didn't just run through him and run him over. He got him and he clipped him and capitalized big in some of those rounds. But outside of that, he was getting outboxed. So telling you, he fixed that mistake. He prepped for that left hook. He neutralized the left hook. No ands if buts about it. And like bro was saying, I think Behind the Hands mentioned the other day, you're going to get hit with it, but how you going to respond when you do? And when are you going to allow him to hit you? Can't let it be right out the gate like the last time. You got to find a way to really make him work for any left hook he may or may not even land. You got to make him work for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all in on this Haney 2.0. I'm all in on this Haney comeback trail. I'm with it. I'm rocking with it, man. I want to see him complete the task at hand. Nothing against Ramirez or Ryan, but I'm rooting for him for different reasons right now, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, he could, bro. Dre, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Twan, what it do? Facts, Bill was just saying that Biz be criticizing, and he gave him some love right there. Joseph, what it do, family? How you feeling? Tony, what it do? Said like Regis ran with that Devin, broke the rules, bullshit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, to a degree, and it's like, frequent. I seen the case that they were making for it, but ultimately all of it falls flat because the powers that be didn't deem it against the rules or breaking the rules. So that's the problem with boxing. Frequent people will see something and we'll go try to point out an inconsistency and then we'll blow it out of proportion. But as the reality is, these people, the powers that be, if they don't deem it against the rules or an issue, then it's just gonna go by the wayside. So that's what people was having a problem with. So I don't think he did nothing wrong. At the end of the day, that fight was won because of skills, and styles make fights, and he always was a bad stylistic matchup for Regis, to be truth be told. LaMarcus, what it do, homie? Then some people, when it seemed like his son suffering from that same problem, Grizz has to work hard for it. Yeah, he got some work to do. I hope Dev stop Ramirez. Hey, Compton, man, listen, I'm with you, bro. I want to see him kick ass. I ain't even gonna hold you. I do. I'm really rooting for him, bro. I am, man. Just feel like he been getting a bad rap over some very shit that's light. It's not that deep, right? Stuff that's not that heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a fan of the supporting the guys. People watching just don't know that Dad wasn't rocking with Showbiz at first. Interview was important. Oh yeah, facts. It was facts, and that's a fact. Dominates. How Ryan fights, right? He probably won't straight dominate him, but he'll beat him, and he might stop him. Tony, he probably stop him. I don't know how Rolly's punch resistance is. I don't know what he's gonna look like, but he mess around and get stopped. Carolina and his Talib, what it do, homie? How you feeling, family? Yeah, so he I don't know if he'll dominate him, but he gonna beat him for sure. I got Ryan beating him, possibly stopping him. You know what I mean? Late or early if you catch him. All things what it do, homie. So we're gonna keep rolling though, man, because I got something else to get to. Bill Haney, he been going at see a little bit, man. It's multiple clips, man. Bill Haney said, look, Ryan Garcia is smaller. He's looking flabby. He said he got titties. He off the, he said he off the ish, man. So that's how he said he out here looking bad, man. I mean, I'm the clip king. I keep him. And me get to him, he pull it tough.
He looks smaller, though. That does not look like the same fucking Ryan Garcia. You take a look.
I was here last year for the fight.
That's what you don't have to do. Look at it. Look. You see the That's what it is. But they get up for Devin. We're going to see right now. Does that look like the same Ryan Garcia that wasn't training?
I was here last year.
Look at this. And here's the one that they're saying is focused. He's training, no drugs. Take a look. You guys take a look.
Bill, let me ask you something. Now, for sure, do you buy like the he's focused?
You ask enough questions. What do you think? Does he look like the same? Does he look like the same Ryan Garcia to you? He looks smaller, right?
Healthier.
Does he look smaller? Does he look more flabby? Huh? He looks smaller, right? Small and flabby, right? He doesn't look like that. But he's more focused now. Come on, man. He's getting off that shit. And by October, God willing, let them handle their business. He will be totally off that shit. And he will get his ass brought to him.
I mean, look, I'm it's crazy. Sometimes you could know too much, man, but I'm gonna just go with what I'll speak on. I don't really see no significant change in his appearance, to be honest. For me, I don't. If he looks smaller, I mean, Ryan look like Ryan to me. He's never been no super chiseled guy, in my opinion. Maybe he had a point in his career where he was a little bit, when he was obviously lighter at a point, but nah, I think this kid is clearly heavy. I think, you talking about a dude that's shown how undisciplined one can be with the smoking, how he admitted to the drinking. Don't that stuff blow you up? So you figure if he's more focused and he ain't drinking and smoking and shit, maybe he might be a little smaller, but like smaller. And then I'm gonna get to another interview that he did with Radio Raheem where he talked about, he said Ryan had titties or something like that. I don't really see that, but I can't trip on him for feeling suspicious about a guy that they done business with and was cheated by. That's all I can say. Like I ain't mad at Bill for feeling the way he feel, but for me, I'm just analyzing it. I ain't seen Ryan in person. I just seen him from one fight to the next fight to the next. He kind of looked the same. He always looked at me. I think the answers though will truly be in the performance. You know what I'm saying? The performance and what he actually looked like. So I think if you look into maybe answer some questions, we'll wait to fight night, right? I can't make too much out of, the little video or his physique. I don't really see a difference. And I got another clip that I think it was showing him. I don't know. I don't see a crazy significant difference in him. Like for me, and that was him at 143 versus him now. Right. I don't really see a crazy difference. So I don't know. It's only for my 4 eyes. I can't tell nothing crazy different. But like I said, I think the answers will be in the how he look in the fight. And has he really been putting in the work? Right. Has he really been working his absolute hardest? Has he been doing his road work and things like that? I don't know. But I think this fight might answer some of those questions for you. So I think Bill is just very untrustworthy of Ryan. And could you blame him? Could you blame him? Right? He's blamed everything under the sun. He's never been consistent about the story, pertaining to the Osterine. So when you hear Bill go the way he go with it, I'm not tripping on him because I kind of get it. It's like, I don't trust nothing, man. So he's just super paranoid about anything Ryan Garcia. And he like, bro, he coming up off that and come fight night, come October, he gonna really be off it. he can get his ass handed to him. So we'll wait and see, man. But Bill was having some fun, man. Bill's a funny guy. He be tripping. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. How you feeling, Queen? Good to see you in the building. He said, Bill, I was trying to push a narrative. I think, and I don't even want to put that on Bill. That's why for me, I try to put myself in Bill's shoes. I think his observation and the way he feels towards Ryan as a whole is based off his experience in dealing with him in their fight, right? And the build up and you know, all from the missing of the weight to the Osterine shit, like that's where Bill going with it. So I think some of it could be just a little, you know, him being uneasy about anything that's Ryan. Like he just don't trust the dude. He don't believe in him. He think he a cheater. In his mind, like he was doing this shit intentionally. He knew what he was doing. So Bill ain't letting up off it. So he just staying consistent with what he's always said about Ryan. He feels though he's a cheater. So I mean, for him to back off now would make sense. So I kind of get it to a degree. You know what I'm saying? He ain't make too much of a scene. He just spoke his piece. But ultimately, as long as they handle business and they're clean in the rematch, then we can get us a nice, clean fight and everything be good, man. So Ryan kick it the same people. Yeah, he's smaller. Ryan's on the California hippie diet. He's definitely leaner, but he'll be more fluid in his movements, so he'll be fine. Shout out to Garcia. What's good with it, fam? Shout out to 2 Cents. He is smaller and weighs more. He in shape, muscle with more than fat. Talk to him. That's what you giving him. That's what I think. 2 Cents. I think he in more shape. That's what I think. Thank you. I like that. I like that. I agree with you. I think that's what it is too. And bigger in his deck. Muscle mass is crazy. Enzo, what it do? And I think, shit, man. I don't know if I want to put it all to like the PEDs, but like I think you living right, more the right way. Like he looked healthier. Notice the dude in the video said it too. He was like, he looked healthy. He looked a little spade. He looked a little wild for the build up at Devin Haney fight. He looked a little shot out. He looked regular here. Like he don't look drained out in his face. You know what I mean? Remember he was having bad hair day. Dude was looking wild. His voice was going. Remember? None of that is present right now. That's a healthier Ryan. That's what it is. It's the Ryan off the booze. You know what I mean? I think a little more locked in. That's what you might be seeing. So I could be wrong. But like again, for me, given that what they went through with Ryan, I ain't blaming Bill for his reservations towards Ryan Garcia. Okay. Opulent, my bro, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? My 4 eyes, yeah, you know, my 4 eyes, he don't look too much different. John Wick, what it do? Muscle mass is definitely different. Hold on, where'd I go? Where'd I just go that quick? Dude, what's good, cuz? How you feeling? What's good with you, man? He said he fighting Roach, which he will knock out. I think he will too. Bill, but I heard, yeah, Bill still feels salty, man. He got cheated by bringing it every second. Yeah, he don't want to let it. Bill ain't letting it go, man. He ain't letting it go. He don't want to let it go. Makes your voice go just say, hey, it might shit. Some stuff I just can't speak on. Sometimes you can know too much, but look, just know over here, Jusdueboxing ain't never gonna make a case for Ryan not having Osterine, none of that. It is what it is. He got to live with it and handle that for the rest of his career. But moving forward, like I said, for me, his physique I think is maybe and can be a result of just being more focused and less partying, right? Less drinking and living bad, right? Just more of a focus. And hopefully that is the case because Derrick James is a pretty no nonsense type of guy. He seemed right. So hopefully that influence has put him in a mind frame where he wants to just work and get back right. Because if he's true about clearing his name and getting back in the graces of the people, he should want these opportunities more than Devin, or it just as bad or even more, right? Because he got his name to kind of clear. And how do you do that? You go in this fight and you allow this fight to be clean. You clean Rolly up and be a clean fighter doing it. You rematch Devin, be a clean fighter there, and you win the fight. I ain't saying I'm rooting for you, but I'm just saying you should want that for yourself because your name is in the mud. I don't give a damn what you say. And I'm going to keep saying this, y'all. It's a little disappointing. The people are cheering him. They're cheering him and then booing Devin. It's wild. Like, bro, like I get it, but y'all serious? What are y'all cheering him on for? Like, fuck that lawsuit. I don't care about that lawsuit. Why are y'all cheering on? What is the disdain for the fighter that's trying to get it back in blood and when he was cheated? Why are they booing him and they rooting for Ryan? They going crazy. I don't get it. What did I miss? I'm definitely not rooting for him. After what I know that I can't speak on because certain shit you just can't put on the net, I'm not going to be the one to do it. Shout out to my bro. He know who he is. Man, listen, I'm 1,000,000% rooting for Devin now. I'm going to just say that. Knowing what I know, hey, Devin Haney, we got ass to beat. Starting with Ramirez this weekend, bro. Beat his ass, bro. I'm 1,000,000% rooting for him. Some of y'all disgusting. Y'all wilding, man. Y'all going way too far. Y'all can't separate outside the ring shit for inside the ring. It's crazy that he went through hell inside the ring and outside the ring being shitted on too. He can't win either way. So when he get back in the ring this weekend, I can't wait to see him throw that jab. I can't wait to see him jab Ramirez in his face, hit him with the straight right hand. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see him put his first couple rounds in the bank. You get what I'm saying? I can't wait till he do this. I can't wait till the first time Devin Haney punched Ramirez in his face and you know it bothered him. I can't wait to see this. And it's nothing against Ramirez. It's just the hate from these boxing fans, and I don't get it. It's not that deep. These young ass men, what is he, 26, bro? Man, I ain't mad at nothing Devin Haney doing, bro. I don't care about no lawsuit. I care about the boxing. He getting back, and that's why I say, man, the sooner he get back in the ring, the better. The less people will talk about a lawsuit that really don't affect none of us, no way. Nor do it affect him. That shit don't have no bearing on how he gonna look in the ring or none of that. He gotta go out there and perform. So I'm rooting for him to really beat some ass in a real way, bro. And I'm gonna be happy seeing him do it. And like I said, shout out to Jose Ramirez. He's a solid fighter in his own right. You know what I'm saying? But I hate the disrespect. Like that shit ain't cool. And I don't want to hear about nothing that he tweeted. I don't give a damn about what he said about Josh Padley and Shakur. I really don't care. That's not enough reason to hate the man. I'm seeing people really like cheer and like, you know, they're up in arms. Like, you know, they pissed off at him for doing something that affects only him and his situation. But the shit Ryan did affects Ryan's career and Devin Haney's, and he just get to clear right. This man blamed the Illuminati. I think people forgot. Like, y'all bogus. You got people coming out talking about how much they love him and how they cheering for him and rooting for him. He didn't get cheated. Y'all got to be out of control. And ain't nobody set him up. I'm not buying that shit. He didn't cross his T's and dot his I's. He took supplements because he was pissing away in the training camp and then blamed everybody else. He went in there with Osterine and Deuce left hooks, was hitting Devin. Then he gets beat up. Then everybody throws him down the drain. I can't rock with that. I don't get it. Am I missing something? I think I might be missing some shit. Like I gotta be missing something, bro. I just don't believe it, bro. I don't believe that, you know, this is a world where we gotta really look at a guy personal choice to do some shit that was up to him. And I said this yesterday, let's be honest, man, that whole lawsuit shit, that was Bill's doing. That's Bill's doing. So them collectively, yeah, he got to take the hit, but we should be able to separate him from his father. I don't give a damn how much he speak for him. We understand the dynamic of the relationship. Devin put the work in. Bill talked the shit. He might write the checks, and Devin gonna cash him. You get what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I mean, they make a pretty damn good team. But like I said, bro, I'm not trying to side with one versus the other. I'm just being genuine to the boxing. I don't understand how we in a world where the guy that's just blamed everybody for his situation. He blamed everybody, the Illuminati included. The dude went on all types of, you know, tirades on the internet, and it was like people, we the same people that he disrespected are coming out championing and cheering for this dude as if he got cheated. I'm mind blown by this. Like you blew the weight. Yeah, he got paid for it, but I'm just saying you blew the weight. You didn't cross your T's, dot your I's, your supplements or whatever was tainted. Then you blamed your camp, you blamed this one, you blamed that one. Like, bro, you don't know if you wanted to say you was drinking or smoking. It's just everything. Nah, man. Nah. remember, I was on Devin Haney's case for I just couldn't hear the accountability when he spoke. As of recently, I've heard that, and like a real one, I acknowledge it and just move forward. Now I feel like he can go out there and make the necessary corrections to beat this dude because he know where he went wrong at. Ryan Garcia is still don't know who the hell he want to believe. I've never heard him take accountability for the Ostarine, but people are cheering him on like he just, it was set up. Yeah. Nah, bro. I ain't buying no conspiracies, bro. That's your ass. No, I mean, no, I don't believe. I never wanted to believe that he intentionally did anything. But the way he treated the situation, the way he laughed at it, he mocked it, he joked about it, he showed that he didn't care. The dude came out and told some stuff about his own family. He was doing a lot, bro. I think we forget all of the energy that he put out. Like, this dude was going crazy on the internet. Nuts. I don't think people remembering him in them Twitter spaces. Ryan was wilding in them Twitter spaces. Nah, bro. Hell no. I'm rooting for Devin Haney every day of the week, bro. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. What they say, twice on Sundays, bro. I'm telling you. Every day of the week. Can't wait for him to see him get back. Like I said, man. And I said all of this shit without having nothing negative to say about Ryan. I only used the facts. This dude came out with a wild ass stories. This dude had multiple tests that tested positive. This dude blamed a number of different things. Like, it's none of this shit on his side add up. But I don't see nowhere near the disdain for him. And I'm telling you, this is where I level with the Hanos clan with the hate, because this situation has exposed not just the disdain that people have for Devin Haney, the fighter, but how they're not truly boxing fans. Because I don't see how you could applaud one that was caught red-handed wrongdoing versus the guy that had to be the victim of the wrongdoing. I don't get it. How he dealt with it is how they dealt with it. But still at all, it don't change the fact that he had to go through that shit. Could have changed his career. Like, think about it. What if he really is a shot fighter? What if he really is a cook fighter? Because knowing what I know, if that's the case, the hell with Ryan Garcia. But they out here cheering him on like he good. He not good, bro. So what I want to see from him, unfortunately, I won't be rooting for him to win. I ain't rooting for him to lose, but in that Haney fight, I am. But I want to see him be clean. That's what I'm rooting for. Give some clean piss, bro. Go piss clean and show the people that, hey, man, that was a mishap. Maybe I didn't do something right. That should have never happened again. That's what I want to hear. I don't hear no accountability from him, but we hear it from Devin. We heard it. We heard him. That, yo, I fought. You heard him, and he opened up in the clip. My heart get me in trouble, fighting with my heart and my will. They admitted to having the wrong game plan. That's all I needed, bro. That's it. That's all. Even if you really want to be honest, he started taking accountability for the loss the minute he lost. If y'all remember when they had him in the ring, Devin, when they asked him what happened, remember he said, yo, we prepared for it, but I fell asleep on the left hook and he caught me. I fell asleep. It's boxing. I got caught. So you get what I'm saying? He low-key been showing some accountability. He just showed more in recent interviews, and I applaud him for it. That's all I wanted to hear. That's my only real criticism I had. I don't give a damn about him losing a fight to Ryan Garcia, bro. It's boxing. So what? At the end of the day, that shit will forever have an asterisk by it, and it's up for you know, Ryan Garcia to kind of clear his name in that regard. Devin, he just got to do what he do. Get back to what he been doing, what got him here. Like he said, boxing at a high level and kicking ass, sticking to your game plan. Listen, you're going to please the fans, do it in your own way, not to your own detriment. And I think that's something Devin Haney learned firsthand 420 when he went in there with Ryan. So I think he learned from that situation. I think as a result, he'll be much better off. He'll be much better off for it. You get what I'm saying? But pardon me, y'all, but y'all know I'm just due. I know y'all all in here seeing it. People are calling Devin bitches. I love Ryan. Yeah, Devin's a bitch. He said, gotta stop acting like a bitch, man. It was his daddy and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that. Like, bro, what? What? Hold on. So you're not going to hold your man accountable? So we going to just bury the cheating? So we going to just act like it ain't happened? So we going to act like the whole reason this shit started ain't because he was cheated? damn, that shit, it burns me up because that's really what happened. That's all. And the fact that he wasn't able to clear his name, he had multiple opportunities. In fact, he ended up paying money. Like, he looked like a guilty ass dude, but we gonna be like, nah, Devin just a bitch. They wanted to sue. That man career felt like it was impacted. He was questioning himself. He was questioning his team. Like, he ain't never been in that situation. That shit is wild to me. I'm sorry. I'm never rocking with that. No point am I ever rocking with that. Ever. Like, that shit is crazy. So I tell, this is strictly to the y'all fake boxing fans. If y'all still finding a reason to boo Devin Haney, you're not a real boxing fan. Because what are you booing for? What are you booing for? Y'all told him to leave the lawsuit alone and go get it back in blood. What is he doing right now? I told you, these boxing fans are not really supporters, bro. They ask for fighters to do shit. The fighter does it. He demonstrates exactly what you asked him to do. And then you don't even acknowledge it, but you keep complaining. Y'all said the hell with the lawsuit, man. Drop that lawsuit. Go fight him. Nah, man, you don't fight him in the court. Fight him in the ring. Nah, get it back in blood. Everybody was singing Pooh Shiesty when it came to the rematch talks. Now, the dude legit said him and his dad, hell with that lawsuit. It's by the wayside. Now we can move on. We can get a fight. Hold on. We got a pit stop. We're going to beat Jose Ramirez up first. Then we're going to get Ryan on the back end. That's exactly what everybody asked him to do. The people that still booing, he's attempting at least to do what you asked him to do, and we can't even see it. So we rather shit on him. Nah, man, I'm always be for boxing when I do this, bro. I don't think he deserved the reception that he getting. These fans suck. I'm saying there's no other way to say it, bro. There's not enough reason. There's not enough lawsuits in the world to continue to boo the man that's about to revisit the scene of the crime. He legit gearing himself to revisit the scene of the crime and fight this dude. And y'all, people don't see it. So unless he don't get the rematch, then I could understand maybe booing him or criticizing because he didn't do what he said he was going to do, right? But that's not the case. At least right now, he going back out there. He's attempting to fight a guy that's closer his size, that is a former champion. You really got some experience, right? You get what I'm saying? He got a left hook of his own that could be dangerous if he can get him. So I don't know, man. I think slowly but surely, Devin Haney trying to ease himself back into the mix. He's coming off the longest layoff of his career. I think he's doing it the smart way. I'm glad he didn't take 2 years off. You didn't need 2 years off. You never did. You just needed a little bit of time to get your mind right, enjoy life, process your loss, and get back to it. I like the way you dealing with the boos. He cheering them on. He waving the boos on at this point. I don't think he got to be no villain for boxing because I don't think he a bad kid. So I don't think he gonna be 100% a villain. So I don't think he even got to put his eggs in that basket. I don't think he got to put his energy there. He can continue to be one of the best pure boxers in the sport of boxing. That's what I think, right? For better or for worse, he can box his ass off. And he's very disciplined and he's smart. That's going to always give you a very good chance to win any fight that you're ever in. Despite what I think about the matchups moving forward, the dude ain't no damn poo-putt. He's not a pushover. He obviously not as soft as what people making him out to be. And if people would just take a step back and really analyze what he's doing right now, at least what he's attempting to do, he's moving exactly how a fighter should be moving. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to pat him on the back for it, but at least salute him and acknowledge it. Hey, man, he doing what he's supposed to be doing. He ain't crying on social media. He trying to get it back in the ring. He's showing you he ain't afraid of no left hook. He going right back to that shit. That's a dangerous-ass fight. That shit is career-defining if he fight that dude again, especially if he was to lose, right? So I level with him in a big way, and I'm just going to support him. I don't give a damn what shit Bill talk. Bill is here for entertainment, bro. I'm telling y'all now, if I had a son in the sport of boxing, I'd be talking the same way Bill would be talking. I ain't going to say I'll be capping, but when he tell you that Devin Haney is this, and that, X, Y, and Z, and he the best, that I'll be doing that same shit if I had a son in boxing. I mean, I can't see it no other way. So if promoting his son to the ends of the earth got him to where they at now, shout out to him, salute to him. I just want to see him whoop ass come this weekend. That's what I want to see, man. Shout out, man. Big shout out to the Queen Lisa, man. Always, man. Holding the show down, holding the chat down, supporting the grind in a big way with the big $100 donation. Much love said for staying true to the sport. Much love to the Queen Lisa. Appreciate you as always supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
And again, big shout out to the other queen. You know who you are. Much love, much appreciation. Always support. Shout out to the queen. Appreciate you as always. Much love. Salute to the queens, man. Much love to the queens as always, man. Say I wouldn't be talking like Bill. Again, that's why I specify in terms of speaking life into his son career, saying that every turn, I got the best son, I got the best boxer, this, that. Hey, man, if you don't believe him, prove him wrong, get in the ring, beat him. You get what I'm saying? Get in the ring and beat him. So that's where I'm at with it. I want to see him keep doing exactly what he's doing in terms of making sure they make the right moves moving forward, bro. It's a lot to like about what they doing. I don't like everything they do, but you ain't got to. But for the most part, I think the grand scheme of things, man, they doing it the right way, and getting back in there is what you're supposed to be doing. Shout out to my dog Opulent, man. On the low, Devin still the king of 35. Hell nah, Omar, he outgrew it, man. He too big for 35. But I get you. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel. If y'all haven't, we're gonna keep building. We got some more of these little clips in here where Bill was well, not so much Bill, but Ryan. I just don't really see a huge difference in this kid. Like I said, I'm not rooting for him, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at all. He impersonated Roach.
Yeah, I got 10 push-ups today. You got time? It's looking soft. It's looking soft.
You know what happened to your son last time? I wouldn't be talking. Hey, you can't walk or what happened. Hey, I never heard that talk. I would. I never heard that talk over there. Let your God take them. Let your God drop her shit.
It looks a little soft on me. I don't know.
What you got to do? Why you never comes up here? What do you do?
What do you got to do?
Real quiet.
What do you do? That shit does nothing to say. He's going to
Your son don't have a chin. Your son doesn't have a chin.
saying Ryan, they're saying Ryan.
Right, man. I get you 2 cents. I get you. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I'm at, Opulent. Like, not only that, I think the disdain for him, like, blinded people to the fact that he was actually cheated. And I know he wasn't the only one, but just tell me, anybody in here, just tell me if I'm wrong. Do y'all feel as though we should get behind the fighter that was cheated? In my opinion, if anything, you're gonna be openly vouching and rooting and cheering for somebody. You cheering for the guy that's trying to get back after being cheated for real. Like, that lawsuit don't hold enough weight in my mind to distract me from the fact that what he's actually attempting to do. And that's what a fighter should do. Get yourself back into the mix. Use Jose. Shout out to Jose Ramirez, but he's a stepping stone for Devin Haney right now. He got bigger fish to fry. Ryan Garcia has not once in his life taken accountability for that Oscar ring. And that's my biggest problem with him. And I was very consistent. That was my only critique for Devin Haney after losing the fight. It wasn't the left hook. I could care less. It's a fight. It happens, right? But it's like, yo, if you gonna blame it all on just Oscarine and nothing you did in 12 rounds, then you missing it. But once I heard him mid to bad game plan, fighting off heart and too much will, and his dad saying trying to get the fans the right kind of fight. Okay, now I'm hearing accountability. I hear dropping the lawsuit. I hear rematch talks. That's all the stuff. He checked every box that I asked him to check. The only thing Devin Haney got to do from this point on is win. That's all he got to do for me, and I'm cool. All you got to do is win, and I'm cool. I'm all the way good. Just win at this point. So that's all I'm saying, man. Bill, I think, as far as what 2 Cents was asking, why he's still heckling them, I think he's still heckling them because it's still some bad blood there. Regardless of what, he was the first one to put his son on the canvas multiple times and have him looking vulnerable, hurt, right? And I think the way it impacted them, the way he feels like it impacted them all because he cheated. Like, just think about it. You got other combat athletes going against Devin, calling him out his name, and confessing their love for Ryan. It's weird. So it's like he had to deal with a lot of different, he fighting battles every turn. He arguing with Gay Rosado, man. He going at everybody about his kid. And I can't say I'm mad at him, man, but he do got to know where the supporters are. He do got to understand where the supporters are. Everybody not against y'all. I've spoken on things that he said that wasn't right. Outside of that, I think he's doing a hell of a job. Just keep promoting and keep pushing your son in the right direction, man. Keep allowing him to develop, grow, and get better as much as possible. Motown, what it do, homie? Appreciate you. Not rooting for either. I'll just observe. I'm a root for Devin though, because like I said, outside of some lawsuit talk, I don't really see a reason, right? I think he's moved like a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think he's moved just like a fighter's supposed to. I think his initial shell shock was him saying that he wasn't going to fight him, but I think that was early. I think since then he had time to think, and he know that's the fight that he need back. And think about what it'd do for his career if he could go right that wrong. If he could go beat the guy that cheated him and it's a clean fight, the people got to respect him. So like I said, for me, y'all, I'm a true supporter of these young men. I love to see them do their thing. And I'm genuinely rooting for Devin to go out there and win. That's it. That's all. I want to see him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Would you take account? See, but that's the thing. That's the thing, though. In doing so, Mr. Mileage, what I would have did, I would have took accountability for not crossing my T's and dotting my I's. You get what I'm saying? That's where no matter what, if it was supplements, right? Say he didn't knowingly do it. Wouldn't you have liked to hear him come out and say, you know what? I didn't knowingly do anything, but I didn't go through the proper procedures to get my supplements checked to make sure they was on the up and up. And that's my fault. I'm responsible for what goes in my body, but I didn't knowingly do anything. All he had to do was come out and say that shit once. He never did. He just started blaming it, moving the goalposts. And I'm like, nah, man, you looking shaky now because you blaming any and everything. It's like every other hour is somebody different. It's somebody else's fault. I'm like, nah, it's way too much for me. You stupid. He said he started talking about Bernie's hairpiece. I understand Bill anger. If it wasn't for this fight, Dad wouldn't have been fighting on BOK Prime. I'm telling you. Alluding to isn't the same as talking. It's taking accountability to me. Alluding to what? I speak as far as Dad. To me, telling me straight up that your mistakes was you going off too much heart and having the wrong game plan and things like that. To me, that's as much as accountability as I could ask him to take. He acknowledged his mistakes on his end and none of it had nothing to do with Osterine. He didn't bring that up. So that was cool for me. Right when I heard that, I got up off his back, y'all. I got up off his back. Dub J, what it do? So again, man, this going into this fight, this shit is big for his career, bro. This shit is meaningful, man. This could change a lot. He need this first fight, though. He need to go out there and beat Ramirez soundly to let everybody know he really back.
Balls, right? You look like my balls. You look like a set of balls. He done went up 7 pounds, and that looks like that. And that's what it looks like. That toupee is not right, Henry. Hey, Henry, that toupee is not right.
Hey, not for nothing, man. Bill still got that hood in him. It's funny because he still be cracking jokes. He say, Henry, mine don't admit it, bro. I'm gonna do a live with his dealer. Don't tell him nothing down there. They don't know why I'm talking the way I'm talking, they don't know why, but I ain't gonna be the one to spill the beans, but I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? O'Brien and Devin both win big. So this rematch, the rematch got to be even bigger. The rematch got to be even bigger. Bill wasn't laughing on 420. Nah, he wasn't. But he'll get the last laugh, man. Bill gonna get the last laugh. He wasn't laughing on 420, but he ain't hoe up, man. He let his son go out there and scrap, bro. He let him go out there and fight, man. You know, you gotta give him that. He let him get tested thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? He ain't pulled the plug when it got thick in there, man. It's something I'm looking for. Where is it? Rolly is a fool.
Yeah, at that moment in my heart, I care about him. He didn't look right in the ring. He had nothing to give me anymore. It was just like, there's no point unless you want your son to get just definitely killed. Like, I guess he does want Devin, you know? It was just weird to me. I just couldn't. Yeah, I did ask Bill to stop the fight. Yes. I didn't like looking at it, but then I just went back to fighting after he didn't say yeah, so.
He told Bill, he turned around and said, Bill, are you going to allow this to continue? I gave him the look like, you're kidding me, right? If you know somebody's beating up your son, you got to stop it, man. You got to say, hey, live another day, fight another day. You know, and he didn't do it.
Nope, because we got to see what he was made of. If he would have got stopped, then I could think like that. All right. Fact that he didn't get stopped, nah, hell with it, man. He learned a valuable lesson. It's unfortunate that it had to go that way, but it is what it is. Boxing, man. You live and you learn. Now he knows full well not to come out here and try to satisfy a couple of people that want to see him in the same position that he was in 420. Now he knows full well to go out there. And like I said, people think I be joking. If it got to be death by 1,000 jabs, then do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I had to let that come from the, you know, the source that if he wanted to do that, you know what I mean? Yep, Harry do the talking, Dev shows up. Bill write the checks, Dev cash him. Joe was good. Devin the Warrior. Yeah, he ain't had no quitting, but yeah, the music was wild. Uncle Rick was good with it. Get ready to see Devin on that bike. Yeah, boxing move. You get me, hey Rick. That by 1,000 jabs. I'm gonna keep saying it. Jab him out of the building if you got to. Yeah, he did to a degree. But the fact that he didn't get knocked out, I mean, sometimes. You know, like, look at it this way. If y'all was in a fight, would y'all have wanted it to be stopped? Because think about it. Think about what we'd have been saying if he'd have quit or something. Like, or the tie would have been thrown in. We'd have been talking even more crazy. So, nah, it gave me a chance to see an avenue for Devin to be able to really win this fight. For real. I could see an avenue where he wins this fight because of that. You get what I'm saying? He did withstand the punishment. Now, I ain't saying go through that again, and that's the way you win the fight. But you damn sure got to prepare much better than you did the first time for that left hook. You have to be better prepared for it, and you can't allow it to get to you. Not early, not like that. So, you live and you learn, man. He'll know better. I think he'll learn, man. I think he could make the necessary adjustment, man. I'm putting a lot on him, but this is what I think he made of. I think he can make an adjustment, man. I do. Let's see, man. We gonna get to find out how he look come this weekend, man. What is this? Actually Friday, ain't it? Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday. I keep him. Not one time I ever hear Earl got hurt or kept getting up. I'm just saying shit happened to all fighters. Shit, I heard it a lot. I heard it. Damon was good. I heard it from that Earl had heart and he kept getting up. I heard people making the case that Earl finished the fight on his feet. It's just all. I don't know. For me, I don't care what everybody else say. Right? When I'm over here talking, like I can't account for why everybody else say what they say. But for me, being a guy that is channel name Jusdueboxing, I'm gonna always look at it that way. So even though Earl did get destroyed, I was able to look at it. He ain't have no quit in him because he ain't quit either. They had to save him from himself. People were saying that. He ain't go out like no hoe, though. He finished the fight on his feet. He kept fighting. He ain't want to stop. Yes, some people said it, you know. Some people said it. But I think ultimately the disdain for Devin Haney is so heavy that people, when you give them any type of leeway, it's like they don't understand why. I don't see why we ain't applauding a guy that's willing to fight a dude that cheated him. Like, well, how is that not commendable? He willing to revisit the scene of the crime. He said, all right, you cheated me that time. I'm gonna get your ass though. I'm gonna get you. So Ryan, you got the first laugh. You might have got the second laugh too, but I think Devin could get the last laugh. You did? Yeah, he got stopped, not KO. You got TKO, right? Never, all I hear is he a drunk. Yeah, I heard some of that too, though, 2 cents. But for me, like, I like to think that I breed a lot of real boxing fans. So the people that was really Earl supporters, they was heavy on their guy. Like the haters, like those are haters that's talking drunk shit. They're calling him out his name. Those are suckers right there. You know what I'm saying? Those are suckers. He just got beat by the better man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, Ro was good with it. Yeah, I just don't. I ain't gonna push it. You know, I'm gonna always look for reasons to give guys they credit, man. And like I said, I ain't giving him a pat on the back, but I'm definitely acknowledging the path that he taken. That's gonna be extremely difficult for him to finish the job. Beating Ryan Garcia after Ryan got that kind of confidence after what happened in 420 is not gonna be nothing easy for him. Nothing easy for him. That shit is not gonna be nothing easy for him. So we'll see what he's able to do. But this weekend, man, it's up. It's up for Ramirez, man. And Ryan been talking a lot. He better be prepared for Rolly. He out here trolling Rolly, man. Where Rolly at, man? Big Rolo.
Hit harder than that? Is that? I know you can't say with certainty until the fight, but
oh hell no! What the fuck? I've been to damn ring with Ryan. The hell you talking about? Hell no! Not even close. The fuck?
Okay.
The fuck? What the? Man, my bad. I like forgot the question you were asking.
Yeah, no, that's
hell no! I've been in the ring with Ryan. What the hell you talking about? Oh, man, not even close. That dude, that Barroso, man, that was the hardest hitter I've ever been in the ring with. By far, doesn't even compare. And honestly, nothing will ever compare. I was like, is this what I fucking do to people? Is this what it truly fucking feels like?
Yo, Rolly still got flashes, yo. He having nightmares about Big Watch Barroso, yo. And yo, he ain't never gonna forget Big Watch Barroso, bro. Rolly ain't never gonna forget the old man almost sent him to meet him, bro. He said, is this what it feel like? Yeah. Big Watch Barroso was about to send him to meet him, bro, until the referee helped him out, man. But nah, that's gonna be an interesting fight. Like, hey, man, seriously, all jokes aside, like, I've been building on this like throughout this week for a reason, bro. Y'all not excited to see what will happen if Rolly land, if he can just get one? He ain't got to knock him out, but just say if he get one of those, them, you know that sound he be making? You know what I'm saying? What if he get one of them in there, bro? What if he hit Ryan with one? Because, look, Ryan was so... Sounded like Michael Jackson right there, didn't he? Sounded like MJ. See, I'm telling you, that's how you. Right, and dog, watch. I'm telling you, watch. He let Roach. Think about it, bro. Ryan does have holes in his defense. He is very fast, and you know he got a left hook from hell. That shit is certified. That left hook is certified. But just think of the idea that Rolly land one of them, because they share the ring with each other, right? Just think of what I'm saying. I know everybody like they feel like Rolly chin gone. If his punch resistance is truly compromised and gone, he in trouble when Ryan catch him. But up until that happens, it could be really interesting, bro. If Rolly land one of them joints, because think about it, they did spar each other. I know it was a long time ago, but we seen how Devin and Ryan played out. They fought a long time ago. We seen how Tank and Roach played out. They fought years and years ago. They was kids, right? So all I'm saying is that he's still familiar with it. It's still there. Like he's been in the ring with this guy before. And that sparring match was epic, man. I'm telling you, it's still surfacing around the internet to this day, bro. So I got Ryan by body shot. Man, you think you're gonna get him to the body? Dang. What if he get Ryan to the body though, Rick? Because Rolly could punch to the body. Rolly is physically strong too. I'm telling you, remember what Tank was saying about him? He said Rolly physically strong. Even Ryan said, like, I'm bigger than you now, so you can't just bully me. Basically, Ryan is aware that Rolly was bullying him in that sparring. Bro, man, y'all don't remember. All right, bro. All right. So say no more, y'all. See, y'all see. Yeah, I thought we was the fam over here. I thought we was building, but y'all acting crazy. So y'all know the Clip King got to remind y'all. Y'all, if y'all want any idea, now look, I get it, sparring is sparring, but I'm strictly basing it off just being familiar and sharing a ring with each other, right? That could create an interesting result, even if Ryan still comes out the victor. That's all I'm saying. Like, but we know we seen upsets, we seen some shit happen, right? We seen Luke Kemp. We seen Cool Hand Luke get a shot in there and put Ryan down. If Rolly catch him, he can put him down, bro. Ryan been knocked down. Tank knocked him down twice. One to the chin, one to the body. Luke Campbell caught his chin, sat him down. That chin can be touched too, man. Hold on, man. Let me remind y'all. Y'all, hold on, man. Put some respect on Big Roller, man. Man, he could look how he caught Ryan out the gate with a shot. Man, you see that? He caught him out the gate. Look how he doing, like a kid. He caught him right there. That's all right. Look at Big Roller. Look at him. Tell him, what if he bully him? Ryan like a little boy right here. I can hold. He ducked up under that hook. I'm telling you. Y'all sleeping. I'm telling you, Rolly gonna duck up under that. Rolly gonna duck up under that left hook, bro, and catch him at least once. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm telling you. Bet it. Mark it in your book, bro. Rolly gonna catch him one time. He gonna duck up under one of them hooks and come up with one. Dang, I'm telling you. He gonna telling you. Telling you, don't say I ain't tell you. I ain't saying he gonna win, but man, it's gonna get interesting if he plant one of those on Ryan Chin. I'm telling you, Rolly is a strong dude, bro. And if he make it, see, that's the thing. If he let Ryan sit back and kind of like create space and kind of catch him jumping in, it could get really dangerous for Rolly. But if Rolly could find a way to make this fight somewhat ugly or physical, it could get really interesting because you seen it. I know this is sparring, but you see the success he had. He was being physical with him in spots where Ryan wasn't ready, and all he could do was like shell up. So, I mean, there's that. But you know, Ryan is also super fast, and that left hook, and he got a right hand too. He don't just got a left hook. So, Rolly got his work cut out for him. But I'm just saying, y'all know I like to have fun with it. There is always that possibility. You know what I'm saying? Rolly don't, a couple screws loose. He don't really care. He don't got nothing to lose. Bro, the man got knocked out in front of everybody and got up and said, Happy Easter. Nah, bro, I don't think y'all get it. Rolly don't give a damn, bro. Like, I know his brains was still scrambled, but he got up in front of everybody in TV. Well, he ain't really have to get up because he finished the fight on his feet. But he got his brains rattled and came in the interview and told everybody, like, Happy Easter, I'll be back. Like, he don't even care. He's so silly, he don't even realize to be embarrassed. That's a dangerous man. He don't care. Telling you. All right, bro. Y'all acting. See, y'all acting like y'all got amnesia again, bro. So see, so I gotta remind y'all because y'all always acting like y'all don't know. See, even though I can't see y'all faces in the chat, I know y'all looking at the screen like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna have to remind you. The difference here is you quit with punchers, bro. You quit with that with Tank? I didn't quit, bro. You did quit. I had a broken rib. Everybody knows that. I had a broken rib. I was dehydrated as I was weak as So I was dehydrated with Tank too. Like I said, you haven't been the same. Listen to the music, bro. What have you done? You look like I took a shot, and you look like and I beat both of them. So if I look like you got knocked out looking for Easter eggs with Isaac Cruz, talking about Happy Resurrection Day, bro. You didn't even know where you were at, bro, after the fight. Happy Easter, everybody.
It's like Jesus was resurrected. I'll be back. I want to tell everybody Happy Easter and thank you for supporting me and following me.
He beat you that bad. Do you think?
Look up the damn. I told everybody it was
Bro, you were looking for Easter eggs in the ring, though. You was out there everywhere, bro. You weren't there, bro. So you said like I won though.
You look like I won though. But how did you win?
I won though.
How did you win?
Knocked out Duarte.
It's not on your record.
I knocked out
It's
Duarte.
not on your record.
I knocked out.
You can't.
Him
you
being a
gotta come in
bitch and suing and trying to go
with-
for the
you came in
and
4
trying to
pounds
overturn
overweight, bro.
overturn
But you ain't even a professional.
I couldn't even make the weight. I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make the
I
weight.
couldn't make the weight.
You
I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make the
I'm
weight.
147 now for a reason, right?
I'm 147 for a reason. Okay. I moved
That
up.
makes no sense.
Yo, that shit is hilarious. Day was good. Now I see you, Rick. Now look, that's why I said. Now I'm not picking them, but I gotta have a little fun with it, right? It's only right that me being I do gotta speak to the other side. Although I got Ryan winning the fight and possibly stopping Rolly, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that go to distance. Some dudes gonna be cracking. It's some holes on the defense on both sides, but I just think Ryan got more tools, more pedigree. I think he, more his potential, just a different fighter. I think he'll hurt. I think he'll end up catching Rolly and hurting him. But I am serious when I say I'm not saying that it guaranteed has to happen, but I think it's a good chance that it could happen. And again, because they shared the ring with each other, because they sparred on more than one occasion before, right? So, that shit, maybe they don't surprise each other right away and it end up being a more interesting fight. But I'm definitely going with Ryan, yeah. But I gotta say, I'm still gotta give Rolly his puncher's chance, right? I don't think I'm wrong for that, acknowledging his puncher's chance, because I do think he got a really good punch, but I do think, since obviously getting his brain shooken up by Tank, Jahan Ingram put him down and sparring pretty good. Barroso was about to send him to meet him. It got rough for him. He had a rough stretch. Pitbull Cruz is punching him all over the ring. He wouldn't fall, but Pitbull Cruz had him on skates. So yeah, he been a different guy. But if that same guy still lands, he's pretty dangerous. Like, you're not gonna tell me anybody that gets stopped and then proceeds to tell everybody Happy Easter, everybody. Like, he was still drunk, bro. He was sleepy. I don't even know why they interviewed him right there. They shouldn't even let him say. They should have let him walk it off. Like, think about it. I think when Tank got him, he ain't say nothing with Tank, right? He just walked out. They just let him leave, didn't they? Like, he was supposed to do the same shit with Pitbull Cruz, but he the warrior that Rolly is, y'all don't even recognize the warrior that he is. He ain't even walk out. He said, nah, I left out with Tank. I ain't interview. I'm gonna at least tell everybody Happy Easter. See, Rolly got class even in defeat, bro. Y'all bugging, man. Y'all don't even recognize. Even in defeat, he got class, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even in defeat. Told everybody Happy Easter, bro. I'm rock. Man, Happy Easter, Rolly. You get what I'm saying? I rock with him for that. You know what I'm saying? He wished all y'all Happy Easter. The least y'all could do is give him a puncher's chance, bro. That's crazy. Not giving him a puncher's chance after he subconsciously, unconsciously told everybody Happy Easter, and y'all not. Shame on y'all, bro. Shame on y'all. Hey, Rolly, I'm with you, bro. I appreciate the Easter, Happy Resurrection. I appreciate all that. I know it was coming from a good place. I know your brains were still scrambled, and you still had the decency to wish all the fans a Happy Easter, bro. The nerve of y'all not giving that man a puncher's chance. Hey, Ryan, better guard your chin. Better guard your chin, bro. But you know what's funny? You know what I want? All jokes aside, and seriousness, I want to see if at any point that Ryan tries to do that I call it the Victorville shell, but my guy LWBoxing told me they don't do that out there. But I think he from Victorville, right? That's the Victorville. That's not no Philly shell. He definitely ain't get that in Philly, so I can't do that Victorville shell because that's where he from. He gonna do that. I wonder if that creates an issue for Rolly, because when he was doing it and times where he was doing it with Devin, it kind of was creating a bit of an issue, having his body turned at a weird angle. And, the way Devin had to attack him, it was weird. He kept getting warnings and shit like that. So all jokes aside, I wonder if, those moments will create itself at some point in the fight where Rolly be, trying to press him, and will Ryan turn on a weird ass angle. Because I'm telling you, difference is Rolly really punching, and he kind of a wild guy. So the same shit that make him dangerous make him susceptible to that same danger that he present. Do that make sense? So as well as he can be a bit unpredictable to a degree and maybe catch you with something, right? That same shit leaves him open and makes him susceptible to that same shot that he's capable of landing on you. And with Ryan just being I think the better talent, the better boxer, I think the chances are higher for him to definitely land his shot. So, but we're gonna see. Rolly got a fair chance. Shout out to my baby girl. Support the channel. Appreciate you as always. Gotta run the clip because because I'm the clip king and I ain't played it in a while.
This not funny. How am I supposed to get home? Hold on. Hold on. Here. $2. Take the train.
Shout out to my baby girl. John BX, appreciate the 5-piece, homie. Bill capping again. He told TB, the boxing voice, that they asked Turkey about a court fight. Let me guess. The Turkey all court 20 ends. He turned it down. Yeah. Only thing I could say about that, right? Because I don't know. I would only have, he's the only one that's spoken on it. I can say that there is some remote possibility that could have been a discussion. But the thing is, how much of a discussion and what was the seriousness of the conversation? You get where I'm going? Like, it's one thing to mention something and bring it up, but it's a whole nother thing to really pursue it or put a plan in motion to make that a reality, right? And that's where I would lean my hat, right? With such limited information, just given that he came out and said that, I would lean toward it being a very mild preliminary discussion, or maybe just like a thought or an ideal, and nothing more than that. I would like for him to expand on it a little more. And, just us as boxing fans, we like to know, we don't need to know numbers, but is there any more details to that situation? But sadly, I think the ship sailed for that fight because of where Devin Haney is headed physically, right? 47-pounder. I don't see Core nowhere near up there no time soon. So shout out to John. LaMarcus, he did, bro, as everyone least expects it. Boom, Rolly gets the knockout. I'm telling you, bro, the mask. Tell him, bro. Shout out to Omar. He said DMX 2 cents. My God, what's good with it, bro? How you feel? I'm telling you, let's go, Rollies, man. Yeah, you get me 2 cents, man. Yeah, they sleeping on him, bro. They sleeping on Big Rolo. Lee, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, he is strong. He's physically strong, bro. I listened to some of the people that fought him. Judah Vision, my dog, was good with it. 702 in the building. Tank, look at it. Look, he had some mild success against Tank before Tank and pressed the button on him. Get what I'm saying? He had some mild success, right? He's a strangely unpredictable / awkward, if you will, / dumb fighter, and that's Tank words, not mine. But for those that think like that, right? Rolly is just who he is. I don't know, man. I wonder what kind of approach will he have to this fight. He do got a good trainer, but what kind of game is he able to soak up from that guy? And how could it impact him in a positive, right? For fight night. That's why I want to know. Rolly got to drop him. Yo, he got to duck up under that left hook like he did in that sparring, bro. Rude exposure, my guy. What's good, fam? How you feeling? Rolly, best fight with Gervonta. He was doing well. He was hanging in there. He was hanging in there until he got his how you want to say, his TV turned off, or he got his modem reset. Because Tank reset that modem. Tank reset that man modem, bro. In front of everybody, unplug that man electricity for a minute. In front of everybody, too. AD Solo, what it do, homie? I mean, with Rolly, Rolly is an entertaining dude, though, for what it's worth. Like I said, he playing with house money to the degree that he's expected to lose, right? People expect him to lose. Maybe the only one that don't expect him to is him and his team, his father, something like that, right? But those kind of guys are dangerous. It be those fights that we expect the guy to just go get blown out or go lose, and they might surprise you. So again, I'm not willing to go on record and say he's going to win this fight, but I am willing to say that I truly believe, all jokes aside, in all seriousness, that there is a certain level of danger that Rolly Romero presents just by being a guy that, for lack of a better explanation, man, don't know no better, right? Like, He only know how to go in there and do just swing punches, right? And he could just be dangerous like that, right? So yeah, right, just steady, right? You know what I'm saying? Not super like put together in terms of like a skill set, but he's unorthodox, like I said, or awkward, if you will, you know, with that. And he got a weird approach, and his style is one of its own. His shadow boxing is something that I've never seen before in my life. Like, I've never seen nobody shadow box the way Rolly shadow box. Like, he's just a specimen. Yeah, and then y'all, not to mention the little mop drill, the little mop stick drill that he was doing, bro. That he's a specimen. He's a character. Like, he might get in there and make some things interesting. That's all I'm willing to say. He can make things interesting, and he presents a certain level of danger. He got a puncher's chance, but I'm definitely picking Ryan for the win. That makes sense to y'all? You know what I mean? I'm trying to acknowledge the other side. So it is what it is. He got his work cut out for him, man. But I don't know, man. He puncher after punch. He been getting his brain rattled for a bit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh yeah, he is. He is. He picked up boxing late as hell. Dude couldn't speak, all types of stuff. So he went through some things. You know what I mean? In best shape. He went through the internal transformation. Yeah, I like the Devin Haney, like he's in really good shape. He do. He like he ready to go. I'm ready to see him go out there and get that dub, man. I really am. I'm really rooting on for him. And speaking of that, it was some discrepancy because that's all we've been talking about is this card and different things that's coming out of this card. Robert Garcia did an interview. I don't know if y'all heard about it. It was some discrepancy as to if somebody asked for the weight to be 147 instead of 44, and Robert Garcia spoke on that because it was kind of some confusion. Some people were saying it was Haney. Some people were saying it was Jose Ramirez. Well, this is what Robert Garcia had to say.
It's been over 20 years, man. I started in 2004. Now I'm in the National Hall of Fame. Can't get any better than that. And we're just going to continue doing it. Thank you guys all for your support.
Robert, by the time it's all said and done, you'll be in the international boxing fight, the big one. You looking forward to that?
You got to start one by one, and I think this is the beginning. I think in the near future, we definitely have to be in the International Hall of Fame.
Robert, it's been a big year for you, opening a new gym and the Hall of Fame. A lot of big fights lined up, busy year. So what does the rest of the year hold for Robert Garcia and the RGBA?
Well, look, tomorrow I head out to New York. On Wednesday, I get the Boxing Writers Association Trainer of the Year Award. And then Friday, we have the big fights, the big show.
That's your second one now. That's your second one?
Yes, the second one. 2012 was the first one, and 2024 will be was the second one. So yeah, they're gonna give me the award this coming Wednesday in New York.
Robert, talk about just. It was like a family affair today. Your dad's here, they reminded him he was in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's funny because in 2015 he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and we never even. Somebody told us, but we thought it was. Not true, or we didn't care, we didn't believe it, I don't know. And today they give him his award from 10 years ago.
And Mikey and Fernando, I mean,
so yeah,
it's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Besides the twins, the identical twins that got their awards too, I think we were the closest to being three brothers.
Yeah. For sure, man, talk about obviously the fight Saturday or Friday rather. I know you and I talked about it. Haney was talking about maybe changing the weight to 47, but did that not happen?
I think it's 144. Okay. I was told. I'm not. I can't say it came through them, but I was told that they wanted to change the fight to 47. I'm like, and I said it's fine. We do 47, 44, 47. For us, it's the same thing. For Jose's been at 140 for many years. He's a big boy. He's strong. He's looking very strong. So I said, if it's 47, we have no problem. But it looks like it's stayed at 144, so that's good for us too.
Yeah, that main event, man, is great main event. I mean, all the fights on the card are good, but I feel like that might be.
It's still what he says. So look, we all know that fight's still staying at 144, but it was some confusion as to if somebody on their side asked for it to be at 47, but that was cleared up, man. He couldn't verify if it was 100% said on the side of Team Haney. So I don't think it was a big deal, no way, right? Sometimes people make the biggest deals out of the most simple stuff, and I don't see the cause for concern. At the end of the day, they're all going to be welterweights after this point anyway, and then on top of that, they're above 140, so it's pretty much welterweight anyway. It don't have to be full 147 for it to be a welterweight fight, and that's really what that is anyway. You see how Haney talking? He talking like he's fighting at welterweight now. So he's just prepping himself, easing his way back after his longest layoff, I think, of his career, and it makes sense to do it. It's pretty smart. You can understand why he's doing it. I mean, a precaution, if you will, right? A precaution, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we get to see the best version of him. Dre, what it do, homie? It was going to be the upset fight. I did a show on that asking about that. It's crazy because I truly feel like the favorites is going to win. But if I had to lean toward one of the underdogs really having the best chance, I would think it was Barboza, being what he is and how he fights and some of the things I think he can do to give T.O. some issues, possibly, right? I mean, even though I think T.O. is still going to win, I would lean. If I had to say an upset, I would pick that one. I think, yeah, it's crazy. AD, I think Devin is going to box Ramirez cleanly, I think. I don't see him being able to replicate any of the things that Ryan Garcia did in their fight. I think Devin is going to have a different train of thought going into the fight also, right? I think his train of thought is going to be to box and get the win, stay smart. You know what I mean? Just keep him on the outside, keep him at the end of your punches. You know what I mean? And just pick your shots, right? Box your way to a victory. Make it clean, you know what I mean? And don't make the fight harder for yourself than it has to be. Now, Jose Ramirez, to his credit, like Robert Garcia said, he's been at 140 for too long. We know that. So him coming up, he should feel better, right? But that's not always the fix. At the end of the day, I don't know if his performances as of late is just strictly a result of, you know, him being at the weight class too long or a combination of that with him slowing down as a fighter. Now, I choose the latter, man. I think he fights a little bit more domesticated, right? As somebody put it the other day. So he fights like there's stuff he got to live for, if that makes sense to y'all. Like, he don't fight like a guy just coming up, just going all out like he used to. I don't see that same level of like drive and hunger, and or should I say determination. Maybe he's still hungry, but I don't know. He just don't push it the same way he used to. And I think that makes him less of a Jose Ramirez that's dangerous and more suitable for the things that Devin do well. Like, if you just look at his most recent loss, it was against, what was that? Barboza beat him, right? Look at the way Barboza beat him. He beat him pretty comfortably. I won't say easy, but comfortably. And he didn't have to do a whole lot to beat him. You get what I'm saying? He just boxed, stick to a game plan. He took advantage of, I think, Jose Ramirez like inability to really like put his punches together, right? He has sort of like economical with his punches. That's not how he fight. Like, he's a guy that can go in his day, right? In his absolute prime, he gonna throw punches on both sides. He gonna go to the body. He gonna use his jab. Like, he's a smart fighter, but I just feel like he's not exactly the best he's ever been. And I feel like the timing is perfect because, you know, boxing is about time. And I think Devin, Bill, and company, Team Haney, I think they calculated, you know, they scouted a guy out carefully. And I ain't saying like they just, you know, picked a bad guy. They picked the guy that you kind of got to respect. Somebody with some accolades, somebody that still got some tread left on the tire, that still can be dangerous, right? So that got some of the similar traits that Ryan Garcia has, but will he be able to execute to the level that Ryan was? And I don't think so. So I think Devin will be able to box Jose Ramirez for the better of the fight. You know what I mean? Von D, what it do on me? Hey, it might be a controversial moment just because I polarize and Devin is in boxing. Could be a shock moment, man. He could get his chin checked, you know what I'm saying? But how he responds is going to be the question. If that does happen, he touches Cams versus Catterall in the 10th year, right? Let's roll the slip, right? Bro, used to think Till was a joke. Like that to watch. He can hit. Dude, but you just laughed at his celebrations and how he was too confident. Nah, T.O.'s a good fighter, but he just he put his foot in his mouth. He talks when he says things that he really shouldn't oftentimes. And to be fair, since getting to 140, he's been like up, down type of deal. Ghetto Fab, what it do? You already know, AD, always, bro. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. We're gonna build for a bit more. We ain't done just yet. We ain't done just yet. But this is I don't know. I'm excited for the card. I really am. And I wanted to ask, man. I wanted to pose the question, man. There's no way for us to know right now, right off the bat, right? There's no way we're gonna know the answer to it fully. But I asked a question to the chat. Do y'all think Ryan Garcia is a clean fighter? Yeah, I feel like Ryan Garcia is coming into this camp as a clean fighter. I think that got to be the case. I think he won't have no other choice to be clean. And I think for the rest of his career, I think any other slip up, I don't know. I think people will write him off respectfully. I think people will have enough of him. Let me take Big Watch Barroso off, man. Big Watch Barroso. Yep, Khalil Cole got that rematch. Yes, sir, he do. Slower pace, fight favors Barboza. Yeah, it do. And he got the kind of style where he could slow some things down too. He just don't let fights get away from him. If you see the way Barboza fight, he's very intentional and efficient, right? With his movements, he's not very wasteful in the ring. He just does a lot of what he's supposed to do. That's how he win. Like I had to really watch him. He grew on me, but if you really watch him, he's a smart fighter and he's just disciplined in the ring, and he just can box. And a guy like T.O. that wants you to go after him, I don't know how Barboza going to approach it. I hope he's not emotional at all. You know what I mean? He did get the taste slapped out his mouth, but hopefully he don't let that impact or influence the way he approached the fight, because he's going to need a clear head, man. He's going to need to box. He's going to need to try to frustrate T.O. You know what I'm saying? And you do that by not giving him the looks he wants. I've seen Jermaine Ortiz do it. I've seen Nakatani frustrate him. I've seen Lomachenko have a ton of success in the back end of the fight. Who else? Sandor Martin. You've seen the same thing. Like, you've seen a number of different guys give him some issues. Now, not everybody's able to finish the job and beat him, but I think Barboza is solid. I think Jermaine Ortiz fight very like he always gonna fight in a way the fight's gonna be super close. I think Barboza, like, his efficiency can get him over the hump. So it's all about the right moves again, right? He got to just do what he normally do, fight smart. That's what he do. He don't do nothing too crazy or special, and he don't got to, but he just understand how to box, how to use the ring. You get what I'm saying? He don't overexert himself a lot. He don't make a lot of crazy, ridiculous mistakes and stuff like that. He's just a well-balanced fighter. That's what I get from Barboza. Can he be beat? Of course, anybody could, but he's undefeated for a reason, for a good reason, man. He's a pretty consistent performer under the lights. Raleigh anti-doping. Abdul, shout out to you. I get it, man, but fact of the matter is it's boxing, and they don't just throw you away after the first time, man. But I think moving forward, man, Ryan in particular, right? Because he's been the guy we've been talking about. He's definitely under the microscope, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons, and he got to make sure he coming correct from here on out. Shout out to No Evidence, man. My God, he said he going with Barboza. Yeah, man, I want Barboza to win. You know what I mean? He said he don't like his fighting style, like him as a person. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No pause necessary, Tay. You ain't say nothing crazy. I know what you mean. It's like a chill dude. He seemed authentic, like he's genuine. He want to win. He believe in himself. He confident. Like, he think T.O.'s disrespectful. He's been talking crazy. He's been avoiding him for a while. He get his opportunity Friday to prove it, man. And I hope that he stand on everything he said. I hope he don't allow the slap to influence or impact any way he approached the fight, unless it's gonna put him, at an advantage, right? Use it to motivate him at the bare minimum. But I want to see a really good fight from them. I don't want to see him get walked out of the arena or laughed out of the gym. You get what I'm saying? Out the venue, right? Just get embarrassed. He got to put up a fight that that makes it look like it was a reason T.O. wanted to stay away from him, right? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see it be the other way where it's like, people was doubting T.O. again. He go out here and beat the hell out of somebody or just make it look easy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that for Barboza. I really want to see him put up the best fight possible. But I do think T.O.'s athleticism and experience, you know what I mean, he be fighting at a championship level. I think he it'll put him in position to win. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I think Barboza should be with him every step of the way. That's usually how his fights are, right? He don't blow you out of the water, but you damn sure ain't about to take the fight and run with it from him either. So Barboza has a way of staying in and fight and winning rounds. He knows how to win rounds. Get what I'm saying? He knows how to win rounds. Shout out to you, my guy. Man, give me 1 second, y'all. Said Badu Jack, the Ripper. Let's go 800 days, 4 years old plus crew. Badu Jack still in there. Like Mr. Grandy mentioned 7 minutes ago, Barboza. Yeah, he just consistent. That's how I feel like he's an efficient guy. He's a consistent performer. He goes out there and just put together good fights, right? He knows what he's doing in there. You know what I'm saying? He know how to follow a game plan and stay sharp. Billy Joe Saunders and Ryan, they stay. Man, actually, yeah, that makes sense. I'm rolling with the Roly KO. What goes around comes around. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a really good card, man. It's gonna be a really good card. Been a lot of back and forth. You know what I mean? T.O. been aggravating people. I hope he fully focused because he got his hands full. Barboza want to win. Barboza coming to win Friday. Best believe it. Should Barboza get his slap back next face off or save it for the fight? Nah, I'll save it for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Save it for the fight. Let them think you forgot. Then go in there and put hands on them where it count. With under the lights, with the money on the line, records on the line. You know what I'm saying? Be the next guy to give T.O. a L on his record. You know what I mean? Be the next guy. Do that. That's what I want to see. Do that. Get T.O. that loss. But somebody asked something about Eubank. You think Eubanks could be Caleb Plant? Nope. Think he'll get outboxed. Caleb Plant is sweet hands for real. That dude really got hands, man. I think Caleb Plant outbox him, bro. I think Caleb Plant outbox him. Speaking of Eubank, quick little footnote for y'all. If y'all didn't see the short video, Eubank is being investigated now by the BBOC, the British Border Control, because of the videos that leaked recently. Remember, we was talking about with him cutting the weight and the way they had him in the I don't know if that was a sauna suit or I call it the sleeping bag. It's a sleeping bag to me. I don't know what the hell that was, but he's being investigated to see if he's broken any rules on his way to cutting weight. They said they had some concerns with, the videos that surfaced over the weekend, man, on the lead up to the fight. So, they let the investigation begin. But that's what I say, man. I tell y'all, them weight cuts just ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Like, he went out there and fought life and death pretty much with Conor Ben, a damn welterweight. And I don't think that fight is that close if he fights at the weight that he's supposed to be fighting at. You get what I'm saying? So not only did you have to go through all that to get the win, and the fight was tougher than he anticipated. His own team said that. Somebody from his team spoke on it. Now you're being investigated to see if you broke any rules cutting the weight. It's not even worth it. Fight at 68, bro. Conor Ben, take your ass back down to 47 and fight, bro. And hope that everything is still in operating, working order when you get back down there. Hopefully you ain't compromised after this one fight, this one off, because, I heard him talking about that rematch, bro. But if Chris Eubank think about making 160 again, and rehydration clauses and stuff, bro, I don't really want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't. He clearly, he outgrown the weight class. Is no sense of killing yourself in that manner to try to give us a fight. You mess around, don't make it out the fight. Think about it. You couldn't even do the interview. You had to go straight to the hospital. It looked crazy. You looked swollen. Like he gave you a pumpkin head, bro. And I think a lot of that was because you had to kill yourself just to make the weight. So nah, I don't want to see that shit again. Not under them circumstances, unless Conor Bench is willing to sacrifice and go all the way up to 68. If I'm Chris Eubank, the only way I take that rematch is if he comes all the way up to 68. Why? Because I already met you in the middle before. Knowing you went on a fucking campaign talking about how you didn't care what weight the fight was fought at. You wasn't worried about the weight. You don't care about the size, X, Y, and Z. And then come to find out, not only did you care, but a rehydration clause was put into the contract as well, which is nasty work after campaigning that you didn't care about the weight and you'll fight him at any weight. You was saying all of this stuff. So if I'm Chris Eubank, I make you stand on them words now. We did it that way. We both took the risk. Now, respectfully, if you want to fight again, you got to come up here and fight me because I don't got nothing else to prove. I beat you already. And we ain't got to make this no rematch, no trilogy situation unless you're willing to come up. Because the thing is, I'm more willing to see a guy go up where you're not super unhealthy, right? You go up rather than a guy have to shrink down where he's severely compromised and it's just not worth it. I'm sorry, I don't think the fight is that close if he's more of himself. Maybe it's still a close fight, but I don't think it would have been so tooth and nail. I think a lot of that, like Chris Eubank, spent early in the fight, and he got more of a gas tank than that. He been in the trenches. He been in some wars, some fights where he had to dig deep. And even if he lost, he bit down and got through it. So to see him kind of winded so early, like he was fatigued very early in that fight, I credit that to how much you had to kill yourself to not only make that initial 160 and you came in overweight there, got penalized there, got penalized for the egg. You get what I'm saying? Now you're being investigated by the BBOC. It's too much, bro. Too much. It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. Nah, you got to take his ass up. Emmanuel, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Guys, bone dry still over the limit. It's clear as by nothing left to give without being completely depleted. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, I get it, Conor Ben, you'll be making a crazy sacrifice going all the way up, but you said it already out your mouth. And I know you speaking like a fighter, but you're going to have to back them words because I don't see the necessary reason for that kind of sacrifice again. Look how concerned Eubank just Senior was with the fight, with the stipulations surrounding the fight. He was calling it his son a disgrace. He was saying he wasn't going to be in the corner. He was telling people to do their jobs. Like, he was really calling for this fight to not happen for real. So it ain't worth it, man. It threatened to it put a strain between their relationship for a second. It's not even worth it, bro. And like his dad said, for what? Money? What good is it if you can't spend it in good health? You get what I'm saying? So it's a such thing as going to the well one too many times. And like they stated in the article that said he was being investigated, his struggles of making 160 have been well documented. The same deal with Liam Smith. He did the same shit there, and he got knocked out in that first fight with Liam Smith. Liam Smith not a better fighter than Chris Eubank. Not at this point. He's just not. I don't think he ever was, but you get what I'm saying. He got that knockout, though. You get what I'm saying? And that the way he got hurt and he was all in the corner, he looked like he killed himself to make that weight. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. I know you're not 100% yourself. I know, like, I believe, I think it was Johnny Nelson that said it. I think it was Johnny Nelson. If his father wasn't there, he don't win the fight. If his father don't there, he probably don't win, Chris Eubank. Because Conor Ben was fighting, bro. He was fighting for his life, man. That dude, that damn welterweight was fighting for his life. He really wanted to win that fight. So the fact that Chris Eubank had to dig deep the way he did and he had to, like, outlast a 47-pounder to get the win, I'm gonna say a fair amount of that is definitely Conor Ben and what he brought to the table. But then the other part of it is definitely the compromise in which Chris Eubank had to suffer with that weight. It's just, I don't need to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see that. Dude flexing, looking like he about to fall over, can't even stand up straight. Like, nah, I'm cool, bro. And then, like I said, he documented this stuff for everybody to see. And now that those same videos that you documented it and probably in good faith, like showing people what you're going through and how hard you worked it, to make this weight, but now it looked like it could backfire if you did any wrongdoing. And it was stated in the article that he was seen in a sauna suit or something, which is against the rules. So he might be facing some type of penalties there. I'm pretty sure probably a fine or something to that effect. But that just brings me to my final point as to why the fight doesn't need to happen, because it's far too much. It's not even worth it. You egged them in the face. You got fined there. You missed weight. You got fined a bunch of money there. You get what I'm saying? Say you are caught doing some wrongdoing, they fine you again. Like, is it really worth it? Like, the money that's good, is it really that good if you constantly being hitting your pockets hit over the head? So, nah, I'll say only way I need to see if it's at 68. Unfortunately, Conor Ben, you just gonna have to go up. Other than that, I mean, they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. But I think it's risky. Prize Fighter TV was good, bro. I think it's risky for Conor Ben. So you got to be smart. I think it's risky for Chris Eubank and Conor Ben because, again, you asking a career 47-pounder to stick around at the weight now. Now, what is the likelihood that he go back down once this Chris Eubank saga is over? What do you do? Stick around at 160 and make your bones there, or do you try to return to 47? So what I'm saying is the longer time and the more time you spend at the heavier weight class away from where you should be, the less likely I think you are able to return to form. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. So you got your work cut out. You got to be smart. Got to be smart. Is the money worth the sacrifice and the risk that you taking? Because boxing is already a risk, even on a completely even playing field. Now, let's throw into the mix that you depleting yourself now. You limiting your body of fluids and draining your brain of the fluids, and then you going in there trying to perform in a 12-round fight at peak condition. It's not possible. It's too much to ask. These people ain't Supermen. So at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for your career. I understood the initial reason why this fight happened. I get it, but I don't need to see it again under them circumstances. And that's just it for me. So that's my thoughts on that, man. Hopefully they'll make make a better proposal this time around, or just scrap it all together. Because I really don't care to see it. I don't. And that's the situation between guys that never brain bleeds. And again, remember, Chris Eubank Sr. was very adamant about, like, what was his name? Michael Watson, did he say? Like, it's people that he was bringing up that suffer, brain injuries and shit like that. And that affected him still to this day. So he's just not a fan of it. And I'm like I said before, I'm 1,000,000% with him. I was ignorant to what he was saying initially. I wasn't trying to hear him. I'm like, bro, your son a fighter. You fought, but I wasn't hearing all what he was saying. I was just hearing, this fight shouldn't happen. And I wasn't hearing the reasons why he was stating. So when I started listening to him, I'm like, hold on. Then he got examples that he went through firsthand. He like, bro, this dude never be the same again. Yep, Gerald McCullough. Come on, man. He like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and watch y'all set up a handicap match for my son to be beat up mentally. Like, that's what he's saying, or taking brain damage. So yeah, he did show up because he's a father at the end of the day, and you're gonna show up for your kid, man. Like, it wasn't one of them situations where I don't think he would have been able to live with himself had something did happen and he wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? So it made sense, but I only need that. You only need to see that sacrifice once for me. 20 years weren't enough, right? Kind of, but you get me. You get me. Let me plug my charger in. Laptop blinked on me. Laptop about to die on me, y'all. Right, and we saw the video of his son making weight. Yeah. And now them same videos they sitting there, investigating them for. They using them same videos to investigate to see if it's any wrongdoing and if he broke rules. And then, not to mention, I don't know if y'all know. Remember when Chris Eubank was in the presser and he was talking about pain? Well, what is pain? He was like, I had to bury a brother over there in the desert. Like, they had a brother. R.I.P. to him, Sebastian Eubank. Go look up his story. Like, he passed not too long. I think it was a couple years back. Like, you get what I'm saying? They had a whole brother. Like, man, telling you, bro, that I fully understand Chris Eubank Sr. I can't stress that enough. I almost annoyed at myself for not even hearing him out. Sebastian Eubank. Yeah. crazy, man. I'm like, bro, he ain't trying to go through that again. Know what I'm saying? So I really initially thought he was just like almost like coddling, like, are you protecting him like he gonna beat Conor Ben, bro? But nah, he was saying the setup. And what I like about Senior, he was always consistent that Conor Ben was a beast of a fighter. He always gave me, he wasn't all that other stuff people would say. He was like, man, Conor Ben is a beast. That's what he kept saying, like he's a serious fighter. So I get it. Banks wasn't capable of post-fight pressure. That's what there you go, man. And that's the bow right there, man. That's the ice. That's the cherry on top right there, behind the hands, bro. That's the cherry on top right there. He wasn't even capable of the post-fight pressure. Let that sink in. That's a fact, bro. You get me? So fight wasn't even close to me. I get what you're saying. I want to look at it again. I was only able to see it the one time. I'm gonna go watch it again because I think it was that good to watch again. So I definitely I want to go watch it again. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, that'll be my homework when I jump off here in a few minutes. So yeah. Matter of fact, let me make sure because y'all think I'll be playing. I really go back and watch these fights and watch them over. You start seeing different stuff. You start seeing different stuff each time, man. So yeah, there it is. I got it. I'm gonna put, and one thing I gotta give the Turkey and the Ring Mag and all that stuff that they doing. They be releasing them fights, bro. Yeah, you might have to pay for them fights, but they get them things released ASAP. They get them out fast and up for you to watch, free to the public. Like, they gonna win people over with that. I think people really getting behind that. That's something like them fights be having a ton of views too. 9-3. I heard that from several people, Tay. So I don't think you tripping. I heard that from several people. The thing was, I think Tay down the stretch, it was competitive, right? Conor Ben had a really good start. I think he had a really good start, but I think Chris Eubank might have had the better finish. You know what I'm saying, yeah, the full fight, the full fight. I'm looking at it right now. He got the whole joint. It's closing in on 1 million views or 900K. So shout out to them people watching, man. But I'm definitely going to watch it again because it deserves to be watched twice. Ryan's would be the favorite of this. It's a longer reach guy, so if he doesn't, yeah, I'm wrong about it. Ryan is the favorite. That shit too, but not matter PBC for pay-per-views. You can't replay. That's what I'm saying. And like, I'm all for the boxing, bro. That's a dope idea, Dank. And where the PBC is dope at is having the replays on Amazon Prime. When you buy those pay-per-views, they got those, you can go replay the fight up there. The box. What it do, my guy? Fax Machine is in the building, y'all. But yeah, man, I like it. So that's the fight that I go watch later on. But again, man, we had a pretty good build today, man. I like this, man. Bill Haney seems to think that oh yeah, that's that last thing I'll play. Cause he did the Radio Raheem bit that he did. Did one with Radio Raheem. I'm gonna just play the audio. Hit that like button for your boy. Sub to the channel. Y'all already know the rest, man. Let's hear this before we go.
Because I saw that you got it. It's not the same Ryan Garcia, is it? I should hope it's not the same Ryan Garcia. Honestly, he's the same Ryan Garcia. But the body frame, do you see how? Take a look. Did you see how flabby and how small it is? That's not 7 more pounds worth of muscle. That's not 7 more pounds worth of hydration. That's 7 pounds worth of flab. And what is it? Well, why do you think that is, Bill? What was it?
What do you think? What is it?
When you taking a good look at it, does it look like the same? You were there. Well, I should say, he said he was drinking and smoking and up all night and partying. Looks like he hasn't stopped drinking and smoking. Looks like he's, I mean, I don't know, Bill. Guys grow, it's been a year. Maybe he's put on some natural man weight. Did he get any bigger or did he get smaller though, Radio Raheem? Tell the fans. From what we're seeing. Because we get a chance to see it right here live. So we'll
Bill trying hard to get him to say he getting smaller.
We will show the media workout, and it will be up to the fans to decide. What do you think you saw? Because I didn't see the same fighter. I seen a fighter that's not as chiseled.
Bill gotta let it go
fighter
into the
that's not
next
as
episode.
aggressive. And Ryan, you done lost your confidence. Live right here with Radio Raheem. He doesn't look the same. And we're going to handle our business with Jose Ramirez. Yeah. And if he gets to Rolly Ramirez, we're going to tax his ass. That Ryan Garcia in October.
You're in the awkward position of having to root for Ryan because you want that rematch. He's got to win on Friday.
I'm a boxing fan, and I'm not for no cheating, right? I know that that's not the same guy. That's not the same body type. I wanted to see it. That's not the same body as 7 more pounds from 140. He got titties. You see me, he had titties. He had titties, he had the flap. I'm telling you, you saw it.
Bill, shout out, yo.
If this is the case,
He a funny guy, bro.
Shout out to Turkey, who's putting on an amazing event, a drug-free event, VADA. We've been tested.
He gonna tax his ass. He said he got titties.
We will be getting tested.
Yeah, Ryan never made 140.
So it will not stop. So the confidence that Ryan doesn't have, it will continue to get worse.
Right in his
Watch and
zone
see.
back.
You watch and see. You gotta see. May 2nd. Tune in.
Do you think this is, I mean, this is you now saying this, but do you think then that this is the first time we'll see a clean Ryan Garcia? Are you suggesting that this is the first time he's different? As you
shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting on a great event and then making sure that the fighters are clean. Yeah, they're making sure that the fighters are clean and it's a clean event. And we look forward to it.
Now, what about Devin? Obviously, it's been a while since he's out of the ring. He said he's refocused, rededicated. Is he a different Devin Haney than we saw before?
Oh, absolutely. He's focused. He's determined. And you guys are going to see a much more improved Devin.
You as a father and a trainer, he kind of had that silk sheet moment that Marvin Hagler talked about. He was training in his house, taking the roads to the gym. While that was happening, what were you saying to him?
You know what? I was telling him that I believe in him, that he should take a break and refocus, realign what his purpose is in boxing. And that's what he did. And we got a chance to get a well-deserved break.
No, I mean, before the Garcia fight, he was saying that his mentality wasn't right, that he was doing those things, taking things for granted. Were you seeing that as a father, as a trainer, and interjecting it? Or, I mean, I'm just curious what you were seeing and how you were handling that when your son was behaving this way.
I mean,
behind the scenes.
On any given night, I believe that Devin is the best fighter in the world. When you have a fighter that's on PEDs, it takes a different level of focus, a different level of commitment. And we're prepared for the Ryan Garcia that we faced on April the 20th. We're prepared for that kind of fight. So I mean, I think that's what it is. Devin refocused, realigns himself. You know what I mean, with his purpose. There was a lot of criticism.
Man, I tell you, bro, the way he answered questions, bro, will frustrate the hell out you, bro. But you just gotta rock with him. But dragging his ass was good, bro. It'd frustrate the hell out you if he walk you down the block. But I rock with it.
Haney didn't have knockout power. You pillow fisted. All of these names were hurled at him at 140. Does that change?
It's the best resume out of the young fighters.
But how does going up in weight change? It just doesn't change his power.
It doesn't have to change the fact that it changes his power, because Devin is an extremely gifted and talented boxer.
Right.
He's the best boxer in the world, in my opinion. He has the best feet. He has the best jab. And that's what you guys are going to see on May 2nd.
I swear he know how to do it. And you know how to answer a question you ain't asking. Swear you do.
Is he just getting better at what he has been doing?
He's getting better at what he has been doing. You'll see Devin Haney 2.0.
Looking down the road to the rematch, you're saying that this is
Devin
not the
Haney
same
2.0.
Ryan.
Y'all
So
think that's what we get?
For the rematch,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
First things first, is Jose Ramirez. Inshallah, we handled that business. Then I'll come back and give you a prediction, because only Allah knows. But I know this with my own eyes that Allah has given me. That's not the same body type. That's not the same Ryan Garcia that was on April 20th.
It's good that you say that, because Ramirez was feeling like maybe you're overlooking him. He's like, everybody's talking about, what a tough time being Ramirez he has on Friday, but nobody's talking about what a tough time Haney has on Friday.
You talk about Jose Ramirez, an Olympian, a professional, two-time world champion, a fighter that's extremely focused, and we're focused and ready for him, a true professional.
You being a father with a son, this kind of success that Devin has, I got to ask you about last Saturday night. I know it's on the other side of the pond, but what did you make of Eubank Ben?
Hey, man, listen, that was a heck of a fight. It's one of my top 5 fights that I've watched in my whole lifetime. Shout out to that 2 boxing royal families for putting on an amazing event.
2.0,
and once again,
here
shout
we
out
go.
to Turkey Al-Sheikh.
We saw the relationship play out between the Bins and then the Eubanks. Being a father, like I said, what did you make of that 11th hour entrance from Senior with Eubank, the moment that rattled the stadium?
Brought tears to my eyes, man. You know what I mean? I got teary-eyed just seeing them show up because I know how much it meant to Chris Jr. For his father to show up, man. So it's an amazing story. And, you know, I wish both of those families, health and wealth.
That's a good
How
fight.
difficult is it as a father to know
Fabio
how
Ward. Shout out
much
to L,
to impart to your son, how much control to have, and how much to let him be his own man and find that balance? How do you manage that and make sure you're in the right spot?
You can only implement so much when you have a boss employee relationship. I'm the employee, he's the boss, and his career. You know what I mean? And if I push anything that's unwarranted, he will call me on it. Rightfully so. You know, he's the boss, man, and that's how this goes.
Do you ever see a time when you just sit back and Devin goes on his own or pursues a career on it by himself?
I'll be by his side, whether in the ring or.
I think Thrill. I think that Chris Eubank Sr. Element really added something to the overall fight, you know, as well as it being a great fight. But I can't go that far for me. But damn, it was one of the best fights of the year, man. It was a really good, entertaining
side of the
from him
ring
too.
Until he takes off his gloves. You know what I mean? I'm here for the long haul.
Let me introduce you to another fight from across the pond. We saw Dubois and Usyk get into it a little bit in their face-off. There's been a lot of discussion about this punch in the 5th round of the first fight. First of all, was it a low blow or not?
Well, you know what? I've heard that it was a low blow. I haven't played it back to see it, whether or not. But it's water under the bridge. Both are extremely talented, accomplished fighters, and true gentlemen. And I wish both of them well in their contest.
That's very diplomatic of you, Bill.
Well, no, but that's just diplomatic for 2 real gentlemen. DeBose and Usyk are true gentlemen. You know what I mean? And I can root for both of them.
How do you see the rematch going? We've seen it one time. You may not have seen back the punch, but you've seen the fight. What are we going to see next time?
You'll see a high-level elite match between both. You can't really predict that those two. DeBose has knockout power. Usyk has stopping power as well. You know, 2 tremendous talents. And like I said, I couldn't pick either one of them in that one.
All right, well, we'll pick a round then on Friday night.
Friday night, Devin and 8th round, the Hall of Fame MVP trainer and Robert Garcia stops the fight.
Radio Raheem with Bill Haney.
And shout out to Radio Raheem, bro. Bill said they stepped at the MVP Hall of Fame trainer. Robert Garcia stops the fight in the 8th. He got Devin in 8, y'all. What a prediction and what a way to close it out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Another dope build in the books, you know. Really Ramiro, Adrian Broner, the fight never get to see the trash talking, right? Trash talking. But this was a good build, good conversation, man. Just more talk about this fight card that's coming up. But I think we're gonna enjoy it, man. I think it has some unexpected moments. I'll say that moments, but I got Dad by UD too. I got Dad by UD. I got Ryan, I got Tio, but I'm rooting for Barboza. You hear me? That's what I got, man. But shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of the show. Everybody hit that like button. Shout out to the fam and the super chat and the cash app. I appreciate everybody rocking out, and we gonna be back to build on some more boxing, man. We're gonna be one day closer to this Fatal Fury card. I like it, man. You know, Bill just made it somewhat entertaining. He's still going at Ryan. he keeping it brewing, right? And keeping the build up flowing. He let you know Ryan, he don't trust him, he don't believe him, but they're gonna beat his ass in the rematch. And that's what you want to see. Can't forget Big Bacoli. Yeah, Big Martin Bacoli. It doesn't equate to them winning. It's just the attribute. I don't know what you're saying there, but yes, sir. Shout out to my baby girl. The shirts will be here, and shout out to everybody that purchased the shirt. Don't forget, if y'all didn't send me your pictures, make sure y'all send me y'all pictures so I can post it to the community wall to let the family know that y'all rocking with me, man. You know. But again, man, appreciate everybody pulling up to build on this boxing like we always do. Y'all already know. Enjoy the rest of this good Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Beat me here, don't meet me here, and we gonna build. Y'all so much love. Appreciate the support, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.